Are we live? Hold on. Let me do this. Hello. What's everyone doing? Jump up. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? I'm from Australia. Hell yeah. What time is it for you out there, man? Hold on. Let me do this. How is everyone doing? It is yo man, yo boy, yo pops, 215. We're just hanging out. I guess we're just hanging out. I don't know. You guys got anything you guys want to talk about? Let me know. I don't really know what I'm doing. So hope everyone's having a good day. I'm doing all right. Got my little exercise in today and just went and got some food. So I'm feeling all right. How's everyone doing? Let me see. I'm just gonna hang out. Just no one in here to talk to. I don't know. Just sit here, I guess. I don't know. Let me see. Hold this up real quick. Ooh, let's see. Oh man. Hey, Ron Bergen, what's going on, dude? Is it the Joe Rogan? It's the older video, right? Yeah, unless Bernie Sanders went back on again, but I don't even know why. I don't even know why he would do that. But yeah, Bernie Sanders, man, that guy. Okay, let's see. No, let's do that. Nice, nice, just chilling. Yeah, me too. Me too. Got really, I don't know. I guess maybe I should be a little bit more prepared. Oh man, your keyboard's fucked. Oh shit. Hey G, what's going on? How you doing, girl? Hope everything's good with you. We're just kind of hanging out, so thanks for coming in and hanging out with me. I oh, keep getting double taps. Hold on. Okay, got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. No worries, man. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. That's funny. It's like no worries. Looks like you're stuttering. I hope everyone's doing good on God, what day is today? Tuesday, on a Tuesday afternoon, maybe night for you guys. Afternoon for me. I'm in California, West Coast time. It's about 3:30. I'm good, G. I'm good. I've been getting some more exercise in. I've been real lazy lately, or was, and ever since I was doing those on the street stuff with the protests, I realized, holy crap, I am really out of shape. So yeah, no, just been getting my walks in, getting my steps in. I guess I've been doing some push-ups and pull-ups and stuff, but I got to get back into it. But I can't. I always go too hard. I always try to go too hard to like make up for it, and then I either like just burn myself out or like hurt myself. So, but yeah, I'm just kind of slowly getting back into it. I feel great actually. It feels really nice, really nice. Ron Bergen, anything popping off down there? Down in East Bay? Nothing's going on over here. I don't know if I don't know. L.A. I think L.A. might have a bunch of people uh always out there do that thing, but I don't think it's anything crazy going on. There's no curfew or anything out there, but I don't know. I think we will go check it out on Saturday. I think we'll do something on Saturday, little on the street stuff on Saturday, and we'll go drive around. If anything pops up, we'll drive around and we'll have some fun. But hey, Chris Sue, what's going on? The hair scared you, or the lack of hair? How you doing, Chris? Man, thanks for coming in, dude. Let's see, Ron Bergen. Yeah, gonna need that car. Yeah, when the 40 millimeter start flying at you, shit, man. Yeah, when I was in Compton and oh man, even in LA, I was like, holy crap, dude. gotta stop the vape, gotta get back into shape and all that. So yeah, gee, I know, yeah, and I do have to pace myself. You are right about that. You are right. Yeah, you are right about that. I like to go hard and heavy. That is what she said. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not have anything planned. I know we got the whole thing going on in what you call it with the Iran thing, and I guess there's supposed to be peace talks, stuff like that. There's a little bombing over there, and I don't know. Let's see. Chris, what happened, man? Trying to be Mr. Clean now or what? No. Oh, no, not exactly. It's getting hot. The hair was getting too long, and I chopped it off. You know what I mean? But I've done that all the time. I got a pair of clippers at home, and every once in a while I go get a haircut. Pay for a haircut and all that. If I'm feeling special, if I'm feeling a little bit dandy there. But usually I'll just shave it all, just zero clip shave it, and I'll just get like a razor and just bake everything. And I don't know. I don't know if you've seen it. When I did it, maybe not. I don't know. I don't think I was consistently streaming, maybe, but yeah, I do that. I do that, man. I like to do that. Let's see. Gee, she's wild. Let me see. I want to do this, and I don't know. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Anything going on with you guys? Sure. Let me know. Let me know. Chris, who could live without your hair? I the hair. I couldn't really, I don't really give a fuck about hair. I mean, because I grew out my hair for a while, a couple years back, and I did like this mohawk thing, and it was kind of funny because it was like a mohawk, so it was all shaved off, but then like I had two parts of it. I don't know, my hair's very weird, so there's two parts, and then I never actually mohawked it. But what I would do, I would tie it up in a bun, so I looked like a samurai. I was doing that for a little bit. But dude, it's such a pain in the ass to have long hair. I think I was taking like an hour, because like I wanted to condition it and wash it, and then you gotta dry it. It's a hair dryer, and then and the thing is, I grew it out because I got a friend. What he likes to do, what he does is he grows his hair out, and then he donates it. He donates it to I think it's called like Locks of Love or something. It's the organization, and you grow it a certain length, and then you cut it off, and then you send it in. You bundle it up, and you send it in. And they use it to make wigs for children who have cancer and things like that. So I did that for man, it must have been a year, 2 years, I think. And I got it up to it was pretty long. It was up to damn. I mean, it's kind of like here. I don't know how many inches is that. I don't know if say it's 20. I thought it was 20, but maybe less than that. Maybe like 15 or something. And like the minimum length is 8. So I did that. But after that, I was like, it's too much of a hassle to have long hair, man. You know what I mean? I'll grow it out for a little bit, but once it gets like unmanageable, I'm just gonna cut it off. You know what I mean? Nah, I love buzz cuts, Chris. I love buzz cuts. Hey, Chris, what's going on? Not Chris. Isaac, what's going on, Chris? I mean, damn it, Isaac. Isaac, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Good show last night, man. Real good show. Really good show. Really good show. Granola Grin. Let's see. He said Granola Grin earlier said go Taxi Driver on him. Love that movie. Ron Bergen, did I ever reach out to those guys who are rolling with me during the riots? Whatchamacallit? I've talked to him a little bit. I think the last on the streets we did, I just kind of gave him a heads up. Hey, I'm going to be going here. I think it was Santa Ana. I told him, and then hold on, guys, hold on. Come on. So I gave him a couple little heads up about what was going on, but it wasn't really much going on that night. So I just told him, hey, it's not worth your time. And they're doing their own thing. The one kid that was rolling with me, I think he's a college student, so he's off doing his thing or whatever. He's a young cat, so But then M, I think he has his own media thing that he does. He's kind of, I don't know if he's a stringer, but he's covering all kinds of stuff. He covers like I don't say high profile, but like he I think he tries to cover like the spicy stuff, murders, stabbings, things like that. And I think last I talked to him, he was like covering a city council meeting or something. But no, it's been a little bit, but I haven't been really going out and about, so I don't really have anything to kind of tell him. And then I'm sure if something pops off, he'll let me know, or I could let him know. And I still have his number and all that, so we still kind of talk and stuff. But yeah, let me see. Hold on, no, God, this letter's so small. I do this right here. Damn, I can't see shit. Hold on. I guess we can get smaller, a little bit smaller. Let's do this. Granola Grin can't hang out for the whole stream, but wanted to drop in. They monetized me. They monetized. Hey, man. Hey, thanks for popping in, Granola, man. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you next time, brother. Don't worry about it, man. Hell yeah, dude. Don't worry about it, man. Let's see. Let me go through these chats real quick. Who do we got here? Chris, you couldn't live without your hair. Hey, I know there's some people that can't. Me personally, it's just hair. It'll grow back. I'm not Samson. My strength doesn't come from my hair. It comes from deep in the soul. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Chris, it's your key feature. First thing you notice about Chris is this massive hair. Let's see. Gee, I thought about buzz cutting, but I'm scared. I'm gonna look like a potato. Oh no, gee. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There's like girls that can pull it off, and then I don't. I mean, I don't know. Like girls, it's little different story. So, you know. Chris Sue, if I started not giving a fuck about my hair, then it's on me. Okay, hey, I feel you. Yo, Granola. Yo, dude, with the membership. Hey, dude. Oh man, thanks. Yeah, Granola Grin is just fresh off the boat. He's speaking no English, and he is here to make a better life for himself on the Yo Pops channel. Fresh off the boat. Hey, Granola Grin, thank you so much, brother. Thank you. And yeah, with the membership stuff, like I said, I'm all still. Is it still pretty low? Hold on, is it low? Oh, let me see. I don't think so, because I should have everything set. I don't want to get too high, but I don't know. Are you sure? Really? I guess I gotta turn it up a little bit. How's that? I feel like that's a little too high. That'd be a little too high. I don't know. You guys let me know. But yeah, Granola, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Twisted BR just popping in to say what's up. What's up, dog? Thanks for popping in, brother. Thank you so much, man. Let's see. Let's kind of go back here real quick. Chris, if someone cuts your hair, it probably means you've been kidnapped and someone's trying to pretend to be you. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Granola Grin, I wear a Walter White bald cap mask when I have a bad hair day. Say my name. Let's see, Chris, biggest regret of his life was getting a buzz cut when he was 14. Yeah, actually, you know what? When I was in high school, I had long hair. I grew my hair out, and I kind of looked like, people call me like Bruce Lee, and then I don't know. So I looked pretty funny. Not funny, but I looked kind of. I looked kind of emo a little bit. Let's see, Isaac. Thanks, man. Had a blast. Thanks for joining. Hell yeah, Isaac. Anytime, brother. Anytime. Let's see. Chris just noticed my room is my room. Your room, my room is literally the same shade of mustard as your shirt. No. This okay. So funny story about oh my god. Funny story. So this color scheme is actually it was like it was a green. It was this light green, and my dad actually repainted his house a long time ago. It was a while ago. I think I was still in high school when he repainted the inside of the house. And he did all by himself. I think we got living room, so we got 2 rooms, living room, bathroom. He did 2 bathrooms, a living room, 2 bedrooms. He did all that. He took off the little popcorn stuff on the roof, and yeah, I don't know. My dad, fuck, I don't know. He could be weird sometimes, but when he first painted the living room, he did a yellow. And after he painted everything, he stops. He looks at it. He's like, "Shit, this looks like a fucking preschool." Like, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, like this is no, this isn't it." So he had to repaint all that. And it's like it's supposed to be like it's like a light green, but it's really faded. It looks more white now, but no, it is not yellow. And let me see. Do I like yellow? I mean, it's not my favorite color. I bought a bunch of stuff. To mix up the colors because I used to wear black, just black all the time, and then wanted to um, what you call it. Gotta switch it up. Some lighter tones. So you got a little yellow, got a little white, got a little blues, little light blues in there. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let's see, Ron Bergen. That's why I stay away from edibles. I get too high. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Hey, Noble Victory, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, Chrissy, the Pikachu sells it. I, I mean, I don't know if I'm obsessed with yellow. No, I mean, yellow's all right. It's all right color, you know. Chadwick Myers, why do I feel like your studio should be a rooftop with some Daewoo hardware? Hell yeah. You know what? I wish I could get some Daewoo hardware. I mean, you can't even get those anymore. Even in a free state, you can't get the K1s and K2s and all that. And in California, actually, they are specifically banned in the assault rifle ban. So they're listed by name. You can't even have them. And if I could, I would have one. I would already had one, but you can't get them here. And even if you try to go to a free state and buy one, you can't buy one because they don't make them anymore, or they don't import them anymore, or something like that. So, Chris, you don't believe it? All right, I'm a lemon. What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? I know people call me a banana. I'm a banana. Yellow on the outside, white on the inside. So. Let's see. What is icy? I'm a bush, so I can't be calling you a lemon. Fucking Chris, Jesus. No, Ron Bergen, no, it's not. It's not a shotgun. It's not a AA-12 or a USGA. No, it's a. So the Daewoo K1 or the K series is it's the rifle that the Republic of Korea Army or the military uses. They've upgraded it a bunch, so they have a bunch of different variants now. It's all updated and stuff, but it was based off of so I believe, is it a gas system? I don't know if it's a gas or a piston, but I believe it's based off the AR-15 or the M16, and then they kind of hold on, let's look it up real quick. Yeah, because it's what the Korean military uses. Nasty lemons are better. Let me see. Let's see, Daewoo. It's a nice gun too. They're really fucking nice too. Here we go. Yeah, Daewoo Precision Industry. Let's pull this up real quick for you guys. Screen share it. Boom, we'll do that. And you can't even get it. And this is the original right here. This is the OG. This is the OG one. Yeah, with the collapsible stock. It's kind of. I think the fire controls are similar to AR M16, whatever. I think it's a gas system. Let me see. Yeah, 223 M2, which is 5.56. Yeah, they classified it as submachine gun, and then let's see. Yeah, because they were using old military stuff like the M3 and things like that. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, it's a gas-operated rotating bolt. So I'm getting it confused with the Galil. The Galil is, it's like I think the bolt system is based off the AR, and then or the M16, whatever, and then the gas system is based off like AK-47, which is a piston system. I think it's a long stroke or is it a short stroke? I can't remember. But yeah, this fucking gun is a beauty, and you cannot get them here. I mean, they used to. You were able to back in the day, back in the 80s and stuff. And but like they are super. I mean, if you could find one even in a free state, they're super expensive. Yeah. Then let's see K2, which I believe this is the modernized version right here. I think. I don't think it's a collapsible. That's not a collapsible stock. But yeah, see, you look at it, it's kind of like a. Oh, excuse me. It's kind of like an M16, and then they kind of just did their own little thing with it. But yeah, it is a nice gun. That is a real nice gun. Yeah, I guess got a collapsible version. Oh, folding stock version. Dude, that's pretty sick. Oh, that's pretty sick. Uh, let me see here. Okay, since we're like doing this, let me give me a second. See this OBS chat screen? Like, it's so small, I can barely see it. I got bad eyes. Let's see. Let's do this. There we go. Do that. Let's see. Let's see. Ron Bergen. Chris, if I still had long hair, I'd be a pineapple. Fucking A. Where do you come up with this shit, Chris? Where the hell you come up with this shit, man? Let's see. Let's see. Ron Bergen. I've been looking at the CCMG BR4, kind of pricey, but California legal. Hell yeah. You can't go wrong with the CMMG. They're pretty good. Yeah. Ron, it is like a MP5, and I think they have a 9mm version too. I think they have a 9mm version. They have one with a little grenade launcher on the bottom. That's always nice. Let's see. Yeah, they got a whole bunch of variants to it. And yeah, they have a 9mm version, I think, too. I think they do. I saw that, maybe. Unit cost $700. Oh, wow, $727. Shit. If you could get them here, they'd go for $1,000, maybe $2,000, just because they're so. It's like a retro collectible gun. Let me see. That's one. Yeah, K7, huh? Yeah, so they got this one too. They just look at that. It's pretty much an MP5 SD with an M16 lower, essentially. Probably is still a rotating bolt. Oh, it's a blowback. Okay, yeah, it's a 9mm. Man, that's pretty nice, actually. I wonder if it's the same thing. Oh, yep, integrally suppressed. And then looks like it's pretty much kind of like the. Yeah, it's just like the MP5 SD, seems like, where you could even use. Yeah, but I think we could use the non subsonic ammo. That's what it looks like. I don't know. It doesn't really say much about it. Let's see. But yeah, fuck. Turning to gun talk now, huh? All right. Let's see. Oh no, don't want to do that. Being flashbang. Yeah, no, yeah. Hold on, I guess we can go dark mode. I don't know why my Firefox is on dark mode. Everything else is on dark mode. Let's see. Options, settings. See, why is that in dark? Oh, what? Oh, okay. So it is in dark mode, but Wikipedia is stupid. Chris, hey, you know what? I get it. You know, guns and weapons aren't for everybody. I find them interesting, just because, especially firearms and guns, because they have a long history, and believe it or not, if it wasn't for the like mass production of firearms, we wouldn't have interchangeable parts. It was because of gun designs and militaries wanting fast produced weapons that we actually have interchangeable parts. What that means is that back in the day, before we were able to make parts that were interchangeable, everything that you made only fit to that one thing. So everything, like, I don't say handmade, but like it was, I guess handmade. Handmade would be the kind of right term, but like if you bought something, right, and there's like three pieces to it, like you wouldn't be able to repeat the same thing for it to. So let's say you made like three, you have a part that has three parts to it, right, and it goes together. If you made another one that's exactly the same, you wouldn't have been able to switch out the parts and interchange them together because the tolerances would be vastly different. So with the when with the firearms designs, it was it's not that, you know, it's God, sorry, I'm stuttering here. It was because they wanted weapons mass produced that they started figuring out how to make parts where you could make a whole bunch of parts, or like let's say a whole like an item, and each part you made they would all go together regardless of if they were made the same time, if that makes sense. So there was a lot of technological advances through firearms. So that's another thing, and then like the design as well. And the thing about guns, they're pretty simple. They're like if you think about it, all it is just a pipe with a propellant and then a projectile. That's really all a gun is. And then they started, because that's how guns were. It was literally just a pipe. You put gunpowder in it, and you put whatever, a bullet or whatever the hell, and then you light it, and it would go off, right? So once they started getting into repeating firearms, which means loading, it loads, and then every time you pull a trigger, it shoots, it loads, and does it all for you. It does it all, at the when you pull a trigger. It really it's such a simple design, but so complicated. That's the thing about guns. It's like it's super simple to make one, but then to actually have a gun that actually works, that will work consistently and reliably, that is like the magic sauce to these things. And I just find that very fascinating. And also, they go boom, and you can shoot things, and I'm about responsible ownership and all that. You got to be responsible, like I get that. And obviously, you have to be responsible with weapons. It's they're dangerous things. But they're tools. At the end of the day, they're tools, but they're dangerous tools, just like any other tools can be dangerous. So I find it very fascinating. AG, you know what? I agree with me. Fuck violence, whether it's guns, knives, hands, whatever. But the thing is about having a gun, about knowing how to use one, being safe with it, is that, and that's the thing. Like I said, it's a tool. It depends on the person holding it, right? You could use a gun to protect your family. You could use it to protect your country. You could use it to hunt. You could use it to provide for your family, stuff like that. At the same time, someone who wants to do harm to people can use that to harm people, and that's bad. I completely agree with you. But it's just all it is a tool. That's all it is. But I'm not here to change your mind about guns and stuff like that. That's not what I'm here for. But no, I find it fascinating. Let's see, Zhao, what's going on, Zhao? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in, dude. Hope you're doing well out in Brazil. Hope everything's going good for you out there, man. Hope you're doing good, man. Thanks for coming in, dude. Chris, I don't know about you lost your sanity a long time ago, went away like your streamers many years ago. Good Lord. Chadwick Myers, I think only two of my firearms are legal in California. Oh, well, you know what they say. I'm not. Hey, I get it. I get it. And I feel you. Let's see, Chris. You weapons are a symbol of pain to you. Not a big fan of pain over here, so I'll say far away. Well, that's teach his own. To me, weapons are a symbol of being able to protect, being able to provide if you are a hunter and things like that. And also a symbol of freedom, because if you have something that literally equalizes the playing field, right? The thing about guns is that, let's say there's a 100-pound woman and a 200-pound man. Let's say like 150-pound man, right? Strong man, strong guy. If they're going at if that man wants to hurt that woman, and it's just fists, right? That man's gonna he's gonna kill her each and single time if he chooses to do so. Every single time, the man is gonna do that. Now, when that woman has a gun and the guy only has his fists, that woman's going to be able to protect herself. That even goes if both of them have guns. Now, that's when training comes into play. That if that woman's trained, knows how to properly use it, knows tactics, she's probably going to take his ass out. And even if both of them are both trained, well, now you have an equal playing field. That's the way I see it. Let's see. Yep, Chadwick Myers, weapons put food on the table, protect from predators. It is only pain if you fuck around and find out. Exactly. Well said. Chris, you might give you food to eat, but I'm still not gonna be the type of person to hoard guns. Well, I like guns, so I don't know. Traffic Myers, you have multiple knives in your kitchen because each one has a particular use, just like firearms. Yeah, exactly. And you could, and that person, if they, if they have ill intent, they're gonna take that knife and start stabbing people. And that's what you see going on in England. That's what you see going on in a lot of Asian countries. They may not have guns, but they'll use knives and baseball bats. It happens all the fucking time. And I think in England now they're trying to make it so you have to get a permit to get a kitchen knife, a freaking kitchen knife. And I think they have like kitchen knives where they have the points, like there's no point on them either. So it's the thing is it's not the weapon, it's not the tool, it's the person behind it. You know what I mean? Even with your fists, we all got hands. We all got hands. We're all not going out killing each other, but there's people that will. There's people that will strangle someone, that will beat someone to death. Should we get rid of hands? And you can say, oh well, guns. It could be used because you can reload it and it's got all the ammo and from distance and all that. No, that's bullshit. That argument I feel is bullshit because I don't think it really matters. Because even if you take the guns away, people are going to find something else. They're going to find a rock. I mean, the first murder that ever happened in recorded history was Cain killing Abel. Or was Abel killing Cain? It was Cain killing Abel. And what do you use? A rock. And hell, like I said, you go to places that don't have guns, they use other stuff. They use knives, they use baseball bats. Hell, you can go make a gun. It's not even that hard. It really isn't that hard to go make a gun. You go to Home Depot, buy a piece of pipe, and, you can make black powder at home. It's not that hard. And all you gotta do is just put rocks in there. Sure, it's a single shot thing, but, you can still kill someone. So it's not really about the weapon. It's not about the tool. It's about intent. It's about the person behind that weapon using it. That's really what it is. Let's see. Chris, you also be kind of weird just to open your closet to see full-size guns and shit. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's that, but I'm in America too. We're in America, and I'm in California, so it's kind of, we're not like the rest of the America where, there's a lot of laws against guns here, but it's not that unusual. Really not that unusual. Especially in America. I mean, you have one gun, but like usually people have a lot of guns and a lot of ammo with it too. So it's not that unusual, to be quite honest. Let's see. The hands comment, G. Hey, I'm telling you, come on. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? I don't know. I'm just saying, you get rid of one thing, people are going to use another thing, and then the government's going to take away that, and then where does it end? Where does it end? You know what I mean? Like if a government takes all the guns, all the knives, all the baseball bats, then what? Then if someone goes out strangle somebody, then what do we do? Oh, do we all have to have permits to go outside after that, or do we? Well, and that's the thing. What we do is when someone kills someone, regardless of what they use, we put them in jail, or we execute them, depending on your state and how you feel about the death penalty, whatever. And that's the thing. It's a human thing. It is not a item thing, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Hey, Vixen, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Vixen. Man, hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, Vixen. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, wow. Hold on, all these people. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, man. I think I started a whole, I think I started a whole thing here. Holy shit. Let me see. Oh, wow. Hold on. Let's see. Ron Bergen, it's kind of cool. Not all countries get to have ownership of firearms. Just be safe and get some training. Agreed. Those videos of liberals going to the gun range for the first time, they always have fun. Yeah. I mean, I went like, so if we're going to talk about like my political journey, so to speak, I was very left leaning. I still kind of, I still have a left, what someone would say, kind of left leaning stuff, because I grew up during 9/11. I was in middle school when 9/11 happened, George Bush and all that. Going in and he got us into all those wars. I hated George Bush. I don't like both sides. I don't like the political parties we have in this country. There's a few politicians I do like that many would call right wing, whatever. But there was a time where I thought guns were bad, and and I was pretty anti-gun, and all that stuff. And then I turned I think I was 19 at the time, and I was like, I don't know, there's some stuff that happened where I was like, fuck, I probably should get a gun. It wouldn't have hurt. And so I went and bought one. I bought a shotgun. My first gun was a shotgun. It was a Mossberg 500 12 gauge. Went to a place called Big Five. I don't know if you guys have Big Fives out where you're at. It's like a sporting goods store, a chain of sporting goods stores out here in, I think they're just in California. I'm not sure. But I think there might be a couple in Arizona. But anyways, went and bought one. And like from there, I was like, okay, well, I want to get another gun. I want to get an AR-15. Because I used to play Counter-Strike all the time. A lot of my guns in my collection are based off video games. It's funny. A lot of people, like a lot of well, not gamers, but people who go into guns, they kind of like get the guns they know, which is from like video games. It seems to happen a lot. But I wanted to get an AR-15, and then I soon found out, oh no, we can't get them here because there's all these laws and stuff. So I started kind of like digging. I was like, well, why are all these laws here? Who put these laws in? I'm like, oh shit, okay, mainly Democrats, some Republicans. They pass all these laws. So I was like, okay, this is kind of bullshit. So it kind of jump started like my interest in politics, and kind of made me the way I am today. Now that being said, I am not right wing. I am not heavily religious. I do believe in God and Jesus, but I'm not one of those Bible thumping people. I'm not going to judge you for what you do, as long as it's not hurting anybody. I'm not going to judge you, because Lord knows I've done some stupid shit in my time, and I still do some stupid shit in my time now. But let's just say, just to kind of, I don't know, just kind of condense what I'm trying to say here, is I'm pro gun. I think everyone should be able to own a gun, even if you're now. Let me say this. I think if you're a felon and you served your time, right? Not talking about being on parole or probation or all that. Like, you went to prison, you did some shit. As long as it wasn't like violent, as long as it was a violent crime. That's the thing. That's why we used to have the death penalty in this country. It was specifically for people who are extremely violent that cannot be rehabilitated. That's like, rapes, murders, things like that, right? I actually do believe that people who do that kind of stuff should be executed. I know that sounds really messed up, but like, if you cannot be rehabilitated and get and put back into society, and be a part of society, then yeah, you're done, right? But that being said, if you served your time, I think you should get all your rights back: voting, firearms, all that stuff. Right? Like, if you served your time and you come back out, and let's say about, I don't know, span of 5 years, right? They kind of, you just kind of, you get monitored for like 5 years. But that's the thing too, is that if you've fully done your time, once you get out, you should be able to have all your rights back. I do believe that. It used to be in this country, it used to be like that, where you served your time, you come back out, and you could go buy a gun, and you could go vote again. It used to be like that. I think that. And then, so I'm all for that. I think we should have machine guns. I think we should have grenades, rocket launchers, everything the military has. I mean, we should be able to have tanks. But you could technically go buy a tank. You could actually go buy one. It's not even that. It's just money wise. It's not that hard. Now with the actual cannon, that's a different story, because it's you have to. It's kind of convoluted thing about how the ATF works and stuff like that. But I do believe that. I think all drugs should be legal. Now, obviously, drugs shouldn't be sold to kids. Whatchamacallit, you shouldn't be like strung out all the time and be out in public and stuff like that. But like in the privacy of your own home, I think, that's your business, right? As long as no one else is getting hurt, that's your business. You should be able to practice whatever religion you want. The sexuality thing too. Hey, I don't care what you do in the privacy of your own home, like, don't push it on me and don't push it on kids. Now that's my thing, right? And then on the other hand, I believe in God and Jesus. Like I said, I believe in, full religious freedoms. I think we shouldn't have taxes. I think taxes is theft. Like income taxes, theft. Now, there's other taxes that constitutionally we can do. There's tariffs and things like that, but that's a whole different story. Especially with Trump going on with the tariffs and stuff like that. That's a whole different story. But that's how this country used to make its money, was through tariffs, right? We didn't have income taxes, and that's why a lot of and then we had manufacturing in this country. That's why you have tariffs. So that way, it incentivizes people to keep manufacturing in the country and make imports a little bit more expensive. So that way, these imports don't have to compete with like domestic production, some of that. That's what I believe. I believe in small government. The government's way too big. We shouldn't have all these agencies telling us what to do. I think environmental regulations now, with environmental regulations, I think there's some good, but now what they're doing is they're really using it to what you call it. Let's see what I'm trying to say here. They're using a lot of environmental stuff to make it hard for regular people to get gasoline and to open up like manufacturing and stuff like that. That's why we export a lot of our manufacturing out to other countries. Environmental reasons, one, and then whatever. I mean, like I said, I'm not, I'm not some sort of like economist and shit like that. But I just think small. I want small government. I don't want income taxes. I want all the guns. I want all the drugs. All right, that's just me. So I don't know. I'm a complicated person. Let's see here. Okay, let me get to the chat real quick. Ron Bergen. Yep, not part of a political party. Same here, man. Hey, Chris, too. I don't like violence either. Just because I own guns doesn't mean I like violence. Doesn't mean I want to go shoot people or shit. Hell no. I mean, I want to protect my family. I want to protect myself, and I want to have a little fun shooting targets. That's what I want to do. I want to collect. I love to, I love just the just how things work, like mechanical things. I think guns are kind of like the epitome of like mechanical things that are simple but yet complicated. Um, yeah, of course, Chris. Of course, you're allowed to have your own opinions. Of course, I'm not saying you can't. We all have, yeah, no, like, I agree, dude. And I'm not saying everyone should have guns. If you don't want to, that's up to you. You know what I mean? I don't think there's some people that shouldn't have fucking guns that have guns. You know what I mean? So, yeah, G, I agree. Yeah, all for protection, but like I said, G, there's plenty of people that I've seen that have guns. And I'm like, oh man, this guy should not have a gun. But now, do I think that they should have their rights taken away? No. But that's the thing. And then it starts evolving into a deeper conversation about personal responsibility and yada yada yada. And that's the thing. It's like it's in America especially. It's that sense of personal responsibility and self ownership is gone. So it's a deeper conversation. Just like, oh, ban the guns. Don't ban the guns. This like that. Like it kind of a lot of it really comes down to like how people are, whether they take responsibility for their actions and if they're self-aware of the things that they do. And unfortunately, we're very lacking in that nowadays. Let's see. Jeffrey Brown. Okay, I'm going to try a different tact. We're all aware there are a lot of bad people in the world, right? Okay, yeah, talking with Chris. Yeah, exactly, Jeffrey Brown. Do you think they're going anywhere anytime soon? Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Bad people are going to exist all the time. Bad people existed since, Eve ate the apple from the fruit of knowledge. Ever since then. There's no way about it. There's always gonna be bad people, and obviously there's gonna be more good people in the world. And that's the thing too. We have to realize that there's more good people in the world than there are bad people. But there's gonna be bad people, and the good people have to be able to protect themselves from these bad people. That's it. Robert on a whim, yo. What's going on? How you doing, Robert? Jeffrey Brown, bad people are always going to be around. They always have the ways. Will it be human? It is exactly, Jeff. Exactly. Bad people are always going to be around. See, that's the thing. It's like the world is it's not black and white. It's shades of gray, and we have to realize that. There's going to be good people. There's always going to be bad people, and we just have to figure out a way to make sure the bad people are kept in check. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm just rambling. I get into this thing. I start talking, and like halfway through, I'm like, "Shit, what the fuck was I talking about? What was the point I was going to make?" So I apologize, guys. Yep. We're gonna have. That's right, Jeff. We're always gonna have part of society. Yeah, and the mental health thing too. That's another thing too. I don't know. This whole mental health thing too. It's like it's so weird. It seems like I don't know. Maybe because it seems like a long time ago, like when humans were just basically humans, not this new complicated modern world that we live in. Um, it seems like it was just so much more simple. There's like no such thing as mental health, but but obviously there were crazy people back in the day, but they just didn't have a word for it. They were just crazy and you know, but then but then with the mental health thing, I think it's like a lot of it now. It's like kind of things that people can change that maybe they can't or they choose not to, and it affects because it affects your mind and stuff like that. I think that's a part of it, but then also just chemical imbalances. That it's like we learn a lot more through science and things. So I don't know. I'm not gonna dismiss it to say, oh, everyone that says they have a mental illness or lying and bullshit. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that, but I'm gonna say it. But what I'm gonna say is, I think a lot of the people that claim to have a mental illness are just, they're not, they're either like unfulfilled, they're not doing things for their lives, or they're doing things that are not good for their bodies, not good for their souls. And I think it's like taking a toll on them. But like I said, I'm not discounting the fact that there are people with mental illnesses, that it does not exist. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this because there's so many people. Oh my God, I have this. I'm so depressed. Blah blah. Well, have you thought about going outside? Have you thought about maybe not drinking all the time? And that's kind of from a guy that loves to drink. So, take that as you will. Let's see. Yeah, Chadwick, that's right. Yeah, you need a permit to watch TV in the UK. Yeah, the BBC tax. That's right. That's right. Chris, I know some people from the UK, and even they tell me it's an awful place to live, especially now. Let's see, Ron Bergen. Yeah, UK is whack, but you do need a chef's knife, paring knife, boning knife. A cleaver is nice to have around. You know what? Okay, I have so the knives in my kitchen. So I live with my parents. Yeah, I'm 36. I live with my parents, but you know what? I like I said, I wasn't just fucking mooching off of this shit. You know what I mean? I was working and I helped out when I could, blah blah, and like we're Asian, so it's kind of like we this is what we do. Like my parents when they came to America, they came with my grandparents, and then my uncles too. They all lived in the same house. They had a house out in Fullerton, and they all lived in the same house for quite a while. And then my parents had me, and they moved out over to where I'm at now. So it's not that it's not like the American thing where it's like once you turn 18, your parents get the fuck out, blah blah. It's not like that with Asian cultures. So it's pretty normal for us to like kind of all live in the same house. I mean, I got a lot of friends too. They all work and they have good jobs and they live with their parents. Their parents live with them, and this and that. So, although, sometimes it's kind of weird too, because like, in America, it's like, you're like, oh yeah, so live with my parents. It's like, oh my God, you're a fucking loser. Like, yeah, maybe I am, but like I said, I worked all my life and I helped out, whenever I can, this and that. So, I mean, hell, I fucking bought him a new stove when we need a new stove. So, and now they're helping me out, by providing me food, and I'm not, just doing this YouTube thing. They're very supportive. So, it's a little give and take that we got there. But no, well, anyways, speaking of, I want to get a cleaver. I want to actually get a whole new, like, cutlery set or knife set because, like, it's, like, my parents are cheap, too, because they come from a time where, like, things were scarce, especially in Korea. So they reuse stuff and they save stuff, especially my dad. He saves a lot of stuff. And, like, things he might not even fucking use. I don't know. But, we got these knives, but it's like every time I'm trying to cut, I'm like, dude, this knife sucks. So I'm thinking about getting a whole new set and a cleaver. There have been so many times where I wish I had a freaking cleaver, like chopping like chunks of meat or something. I'm like, oh my God, a cleaver would be so freaking awesome. And I'm actually thinking about getting one. Let's see. Jeffrey Brown, I told my daughter when she was in kindergarten, if she got bullied, hit him back and I will pick you up and take you to get ice cream. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Jeff. Hold on, you get one of these. You get one of these right here. Hold on, where is there we go. You get one of those. See, my parents told me not to fight because Asians are very, they were we especially the old school. You know, it's like you don't want to start conflict. You don't want to rock the boat, so to speak. So I mean, I don't know if I got like bullied, but like, you know, I've gotten picked on before. And eventually I fucking like, I'll fuck you. And like, you know, and then like after that we became friends and, you know, whatever. And then like, in high school, I didn't really get bullied a lot. I had a friend. He was, I don't want to call him a bully. He was just I don't know. He was kind of a dick, but he was still my friend. And like, you know, we were partners in crime and shit. So, you know, he was kind of a dick. But you know, he's still a friend. But that's not the guy I'm talking about. There's one guy, and the thing is, in high school, that's when I started like smoking weed and stuff. So you know, and then like when you start doing that stuff, you start hanging out with different people, all kinds of different people. I was hanging out with like, you know, my main group that I used to hang out with was like punk rockers. But then like, you know, I was hung out with like, I knew like the preppy kids, I knew like the gangsters, I knew like the jocks and stuff like that. So like people knew me, you know, and they were pretty cool. Everyone was kind of cool. But there's this one guy, and he was just a fucking asshole. Fucking just I don't know. He's fucking straight up like stereotypical like 90s or like 2000s like high school movie asshole douche fucking whatever. And this guy, we used to go smoke cigarettes in front. So there's a library in front of my high school. That's where we used to go smoke cigarettes at every day after school. So this guy used to come by all the time, and like he always pick on me. And like, you know, me being me, I never liked fighting people and stuff like that. So I, you know, like, hey, just whatever. And then one day the guy stopped showing up. He stopped showing up, right? And I was like, okay, whatever. And then later on down the line, I think it was after high school. My buddy tells me, he's like, hey, you remember that guy that always used to pick on you? He's like, yeah, like what happened to him? It's like, well, you see, one day you weren't there at the library, but this guy was. And so it was my homie and his fucking youngin, and him and his brother. They were like they were gangsters. Like they were gangsters. And apparently he was younger. The guy, he was younger than us. Like they got the guy. They took him to the back, and the younger cat apparently pulled out a screwdriver, stuck it right at the guy's neck, and said, "Hey, if you keep fucking with yo pops, fucking like, we're gonna have a fucking problem." And ever since that day, the guy stopped fucking showing up there. So I don't know. I just it was crazy. Like it just, you know, I'd rather be friends with people than, you know, have enemies. You know what I mean? But sometimes people are just assholes, and you know they just they they see kindness for weakness. A lot of people do. So let's see. Dexter's Lab with the membership, fresh off the boat. He speaking no English, but he here to make a good life for himself. Thank you so much, Dexter's Lure Lab. Holy shit, thank you so much, brother. Oh my goodness. Let me get through. I gotta get all these chats. There's all these people coming in right now. Able Drifter, what's going on? Hold on, I gotta get back here. Yo, Vixen, with the fucking membership. Holy shit. Thank you, Vixen. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Chadwick got the membership. Hell yeah. Let's go. Okay, hold on. I've been talking, and I'm just like not going. I'm not get to these chats here. I am so sorry, guys. Let me. Okay, let's. Okay, enough about myself. Enough about myself. And I'm just talking about myself. I apologize, guys. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, Chadwick. Yeah, I'm talking about the Shinzo Abe route. Hey, that Shinzo Abe route though. That was a. I mean, that was more than just a fucking piece of pipe and a shotgun shell. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that was a pretty clever little design that the guy made. And he made his own gunpowder. He made his own gunpowder. I think he put like steel BBs in there or some shit. And it was an electric trigger. I mean, never in a million years. Oh, excuse me. Never in a million years would I have thought that someone would make a zip gun. I guess I don't know if it's a zip gun, but a homemade firearm with an electronic mechanism like that. That is insane. But yeah, that's what. And the Ludi, God, that Ludi, you know, for how crude it is such a nice little design. I'll say that much. Chris Sue, violence should not be solved with violence, honestly. But if you're gonna ask me how to solve things without fighting back, then I'm not sure how to answer. See, here's the thing, Chris. Here's the thing. People say there's always say that violence is not the answer. Well, you know what? No, that's wrong. Because if you look at through history, violence has always been the answer. It is through violence nations got conquered. It is through violence that uprisings have been quelled. It is through violence that you stop bad people from doing things against you. Now, with that being said, should violence be the first thing that you do? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Violence is not the first answer, but is the last answer after you've done everything peacefully that you could to stop whatever threat is coming at you. And I know that sounds crude, that sounds mean, that sounds psychopathic for some people, I'm sure. But that's just how the world is. The world is a violent place, my friend. Look at the animal kingdom. Do you think that a gazelle is gonna be, oh, Mr. Lion, please, no, stop, no? Nature is based on violence, and the ones who enact violence are the ones that usually, I hate to say this, get shit done. Now, like I said, violence is not the first answer. It's not the second answer. It's not the third or the fourth. All right, because we're humans. We're humans. We have a brain. We have intellect, and we should be able to use our brains to solve whatever problem we have without resorting to that. But to say that violence is not the answer, or that the violence doesn't solve anything, I'm gonna have to argue. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. Let's see. Vixen, last minute doctor's office, cancer screening. Oh my God, Vixen, are you okay? Like, is it just are you like, do you have something that showed up, or is it? Oh man, dude, Vixen, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope it's just like a routine thing. I hope it's just you're just making sure everything's good. Man, Vixen, please let me know. Let me know. Holy shit. Let's see. Oh, Proven 22. What's going on, Proven? How you doing? Let's see. Okay, well, Vix, I guess she's not here anymore. But fuck. I hope you're doing good. Just let me know. Let me know everything. Let me know if everything's okay. I'll be praying for you. Able Drifter, hail. What's going on? Yes, it's not the tool's fault, but the person who's using it. Yes. Jeffrey Brown, you found my channel during one of the crazy nights of the process. Well, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope I was able to deliver information. I hope that it kind of gave a broader view of what's going down over there, because we all know that the media out there, they're not really covering shit out there. Let's see, Dexter's Lure Lab. Yeah, separation of society is what prisons are meant for. Exactly. Yep. Let me see. Yes, Dexter's Lure Lab. Yes, I am. I guess you would say libertarian if you want to put a label on it. You could say that, but I do have problems with the Big L Libertarian Party just because they've gone off the cliff. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Let's be honest. In the U.S., third parties don't matter. You're talking about voting. It doesn't matter. They don't have the funding. They don't have the reach. So I guess you could say I'm libertarian. Yeah, for sure. Let's see, Chris, you Lord been up for so long, gonna stay up longer. Hell yeah, Chris. Let's go. And then Vixen with the membership. Thank you so much. Oh man, you give me memberships and then you're going for a cancer screen. I hope it's okay. I mean, if you see this later on, Vixen, please just thank you so much for the membership. Don't send me memberships if you need it for whatever you need, especially if you think if you got cancer or something like that. I hope you don't. Just let me know. Please let me know. Just let me know you're okay. Okay. Yeah, Big Five. Yeah. Let's see. April Drifter, since most mainstream stuff is very processed, food. What's your opinion on media? Will there be more demand for independent reporting media, and will mainstream ones fight against it? Well, I mean, I think it's already happening. I think that if you're someone that wants truthfulness, wants actual news, and independent reporting media is the only way. And yeah, I mean, most people are getting their news from Twitter. Not that many people are watching. I mean, the people that are watching CNN and Fox, stuff like that, are either old people or it's just so I guess like in airports and like I think like one of the examples I know of is like airports, right? You go to the airport and they'll have like TV screens, and they'll usually just play CNN, stuff like that. And so CNN, and this specifically with CNN, they have a contract with like a lot of these airports and stuff where they play their news segments or their channels on the TVs. So yeah, it's all mainstream media is dead. It's legacy media. Okay, they're dinosaur media, and and it's already and mainstream the mainstream outlets already are fighting. They've been fighting against them. They'll say, independent media is disinformation. Make sure you get it from us. We're just trusted sources, reliable and trusted. I think there was a YouTube clip, or there's a clip that was going on a while back where all these news agencies throughout the nation were literally saying the same exact thing, like word for word, same exact thing. And yeah, but I mean, they're dead. They're already dead, and it's people like us that are we are the media now. I mean, hell, a person on the ground with the iPhone, they just they take a video or something, they post it up on Twitter, and that's more information than the mainstream media would give. Now, that being said, obviously you have to check, make sure you have to do due diligence with a lot of stuff, but yeah, the mainstream media is dead. Yeah, Dexter's Lure Lab Monster 500 is a classic home defense gun. Hell yeah. Yeah, the one I got is, I think it's like 18.5-inch barrel, and it comes like a 22-inch barrel for hunting. So, it was a good deal. It was a good deal. Let's see. Chris, you questioning what Myers did to deserve that. But anyways, Myers? Ron Bergen, yeah, CSGO. Yep, that's right. Yep, the CS guns. Yep. I know what you mean. Let's see. Warren Smith, what's going on? I know these all getting to these late, so sorry, my bad. Can't hang, just saying hi. Hell yeah, hello. Writing 40 pages of paperwork for your dad's nursing home. He has dementia, high needs. Gotcha. Writing was swollen hand from motorbike crashes. Pain. Be well, mate. You be well too. Oh man, yeah, I feel it. No, my grandpa had dementia before he passed away, and my dad was taking care of a lot of his affairs and stuff like that. So I understand how hard it can be. It's especially with the dementia thing. It's a lot of work just to take care and like watch over someone with dementia, because they're like 1 minute they're just there, next minute they're they be flipping out, next minute they just wander out the house. I think my grandpa, like one night he just wandered out the house, and like he fell, and he was like in his 90s too, so he fell and he like hit his face, I think like on his bottom face, and like he got all messed up, and yeah, it was pretty bad. So but man, hope you're doing well, Warren, and man, dude, yeah, I'll be praying. Let's see, Jeffrey Brown. Jeffrey Brown is right wing but atheist. Hey, you know what? Okay, I got you. Hey, that's hey, we can all get along. And like I said, I'm not here to proselytize. I'm not here to tell you my religion is the only religion. Blah blah blah. As a matter of fact, I like to listen to a lot of other people's stuff. I can appreciate other religions as well. Now, may I agree with it? No, but I can appreciate where they're coming from and things like that. And at the end of the day, we all got to live together. So let's see. Oh, we got yes, Jeffrey Brown. Yeah, the wood chipper human beings. Yep, the people that that need to be executed. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm so sorry to hear that. Man, I'm sorry. I don't know if what you were disagreeing with, but doesn't matter. I'm so sorry to hear that. I actually knew a couple people, when I was growing up that went through that. This one girl that I used to hang out with all the time. She was a very nice girl. We used to smoke cigarettes together all the time, and yeah, she just out of nowhere, she just told me one of the things that happened to her, and I was young, and just kind of you don't know how to take it, because it is, you're kind of all I could do was say I'm sorry, but it's just it's such a fucked up thing. I'm sorry it had to happen to you. Gee, I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Dexter's Lure Lab. The demand for independent media has always been around. Yes, agreed. It's when the independent stop being independent that they lose their strength. Yeah, that's the one thing that I hate when these so-called independent journalists, and then they either they get some money, or they get compromised. You know what I mean? And the thing with, and then the whole thing that happened with I don't know if you guys know James O'Keefe with Project Veritas, and that shit was a whole clusterfuck. And you know what? I'm glad that the guy who took it over totally ran that thing in the ground, and that James O'Keefe is actually doing a lot better in his his new media thing, in his new media venture. I'm so glad that, like, the guy got his comeuppance. He got his, he got fucking what he asked for, and fucking fucked up the whole name of Project Veritas. So, you know what? Yeah, it's I hate it. I hate that when people get compromised like that. It's like, have some have some oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Have a code, have some honor. You know what I mean? Like, good lord. Yeah, I know, Chris, I know. Let's see. Jeffrey Brown, see, I don't agree with the drug thing, and I smoke mine, yours, and 15 other people share weed, but all the other stuff, look at Piccadilly London. You see, yeah. Well, you know what? That's I respect it. I respect what you're saying, and there's a part of me that understands where you're coming from. I just think the way that they're doing it now, because I'm in California, so I know exactly what you mean. Where you have a bunch of people strung out on the streets and stuff like that. They didn't, because what they're doing is like, what I mean is, I don't want drug laws. What and with that being said, I don't want the government to fund people's drug habits. You know what I mean? I just don't want the government to go after people that are using drugs, right? And then if you want to go as far as the manufacturing goes, it should be a thing where, like, pharmaceutical companies should be the ones making it, because all these drugs that you do now, they originally started from these main, these big pharmaceutical companies. I mean, heroin was made by Bayer Pharmaceuticals back in however long it was. Cocaine was synthesized by a major corporation. LSD was discovered by Albert Hoffman, who worked for Sandoz, which was a major fucking chemical pharmaceutical company. So, I'm against the laws. Now, I'm not, and with that being said, like I said, with that being said, yeah, because what they did in California, especially in San Francisco and LA, what they were doing was they started giving out free drugs to people. And now, if you're talking about, like, the harm reduction stuff with, like, the needle exchanges, I kind of get it. I kind of agree with it, because, like, but at the same time, you are giving free paraphernalia to people. So yeah, you are enabling, I guess. So I get that. But just my whole thing is, I like the drug war. Even like laws against guns. It's not laws against guns or drugs. It's laws against people. You're going after people that otherwise would not be criminals. Just, other than the fact that they either use drugs or they have a gun. You know what I mean? Like, just, I don't know. That's the way I see it. Like, I definitely agree that it could be a slippery slope. And, like, at this point, because, like, in America, all drugs were legal up until the Marijuana Prohibition Act and all that. It was a tax act. It was a tax stamp, actually. It wasn't even a prohibition. It was all through taxes. And then, like, they started doing the scheduling, the control substances act and all that. It used to all be legal, and back then we had a very low, like, it was a low addiction rate. Obviously, there were people who were addicted and things like that, and you had your fiends and things like that, but it wasn't like it is now. And I think what it is not necessarily, it's that drugs are plentiful, or that it's that that they're enabling. I think it's just the fact that, like, it's people's morals. It used to be that, like, you go to apothecary, you get, like, heroin or whatever, and then, like, you use it for, like, if you're sick or whatever. And I don't know, probably even people did recreation, I guess, but it's like there was a stigma attached to that. You didn't want to be seen within the community as a fucking drug addict. And maybe that's it too. Maybe it's just that we're so atomized that we don't have these communities. We don't have, like, these tight knit group of communities that no one that no one's checking each other. You know what I mean? Because it used to be back in the old days, it's like you had your own little community in your town or city or whatever, and people kind of knew each other, right? So if you developed a drug habit and you became a total crackhead or whatever, people would literally ostracize you, and you wouldn't be part of the community. So that was a lot big incentive for people not to go abuse these drugs. We didn't need laws to tell us what to do. The community policed itself back in the day. And I think that's maybe what we're missing. You know what I mean? But I do agree with you, Jeff, that it's not, like I said, it's not a black and white issue. It's all shades of gray, and I do agree that there could be problems could be problems. But I don't think that locking people up for either small amounts or just personal use is the solution. I don't think that at all. So, but that's just me. Like I said. But that's why I like having you guys in. I don't want this to be an echo chamber. I want people to come in, and I want differences opinions. And you might change my mind. I may change your mind. So, let's see. I don't know, Chris. You're always dozing off. So, let's see, Warren. Oh god, strong opiates for long-term stuff. Okay, so you see a doctor now, we're CBD and stuff. CBD and stuff is almost a bigger hassle, more expensive in Australia. Oh god, that sucks. Yeah, Dexter. Yeah, imagine being woken up like that. Yeah. Let's see. Jeffrey Brown, Warren. America got killed by opiates, bro. Weed is preferred here. Yeah, I don't know, and that's the thing too with the whole opiates thing. So I took criminal justice as my major in college, and I forget what class it was, but we had to read a book. I think I actually have it. Let me see. We had to read a book here. And oh shit, hold on. I'll show you guys real quick. So this book right here, it's called American Overdose. Chris McGreal, American Overdose. It's actually a pretty good book. Now, I didn't like. I kind of, I kind of got through by the seat of my pants in college. But I graduated, so But it kind of goes through the whole opiate epidemic and how it started, and dude, this whole thing, like the government's were in on it. The FDA approved these opiates from these pharmaceutical companies, as they touted the OxyContin and stuff as not habit forming or less addictive than hydrocodone, blah blah whatever, right? And they just started mass prescribing this, right? And then once the problem got too big, then what do? The DEA is like, okay, well now any person that describes opiates, like you have to limit your prescriptions because they'll come after your license. So then what happened? It's like you had people that really needed it for actual pain, and now they have to go, and then they start, and then like the people who got addicted to the opiates, when they couldn't get the OxyContin, now they started doing heroin because it was cheaper, and now we got the whole fentanyl thing going on. But then like the worst part of it was that people who actually needed it, ended up paying for it because they weren't able to get their medicine that they actually needed for back pain and stuff like that. So, it's that's why I don't like government. That's why I say smaller government, because it's a lot of times when you go back into this stuff, government has a big hand in what they do. They get payouts and stuff like that. And then when the problem gets too big, oh no, we got to do something about it. Then it fucks all these other people that actually need whatever, So it just, and what I was saying about if drugs were legal, the pharmaceutical companies could start producing it, which I would have said, let me preface that by saying, like, if these companies had morals, and if it wasn't like the way it is now, because now it's just so like, I don't trust pharmaceutical companies, right? But like, I wouldn't trust them to make these illicit drugs, like the street drugs and stuff, but because they might add some other stuff in there. So I don't know. It's a very complicated thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. But yeah, government had a big hand into it by approving these drugs, and then just kind of turning a blind eye, letting these pharmaceutical companies. And the thing was, is like in the book they're saying that like how these pharmaceutical reps would go into doctors' offices and take them out to dinner, and they'll all be like these hot chicks that would go in there as reps, and then so they'd just They're just pushing. They literally legalized drug dealers was the pharmaceutical companies were doing. Which I don't, if they could do it, why can't the guy in the corner fucking do it? Just because they have special licensing and they have, a go ahead from the government. What makes them better? Let's see. Let's see. Yes, I am libertarian. Let's see. We're gonna keep on. All right, you guys are. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Dexter's Allure Lab, when it comes to holding institutions accountable, a complaint to the institution, a complaint to the regulatory departments need to get filed. Yeah. Yeah, you got to exhaust all legal options first. Yeah, I agree. But, easier said than done. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Chris, yeah, people dropping random info with no context. Yeah. Hey, Warren, I'm sorry I got to you a little late, and I'm just going through these chats right now, but thanks for coming in. Free, hey, anytime. That's, whenever, man. I'll catch you on the next one. Hope you're, I'll be praying, just stay strong, brother. Stay strong. And yeah, Dexter's Lure Lab with the membership, fresh off the boat. Thank you so much. Let's see, Robert on a whim. We have a mentality that guns are here to stay. You can't be taken away. We need to have a big discussion on that. Hey, they're not going anywhere. I don't think they're going anywhere. Even especially in America, there's more guns than people here. And even if they took them away, it's gonna be like drugs. We'll find ways to get them illegally, or we'll make them, or whatever. It'll create another black market and a whole new revenue stream for organized crime. So, I mean, that's what happened with drugs. Like I said, there was a time in this country where drugs were perfectly legal. People didn't. Now, there were people that abused it, but it wasn't abused like it is now. And we definitely had. I'm sure there was organized crime, or like gambling, prostitution, things like that. But then when drugs became illegal, and with alcohol prohibition is a prime example too. Look what happened when they made alcohol legal. All these criminal groups just sprang the power, and we haven't been able to get rid of them since. And then when they legalized alcohol, what did they do? Oh, we got to go after marijuana because black people smoke marijuana. Mexicans smoke marijuana. They do cocaine. Blah blah blah. So it was another boogeyman that the government used, and it just made organized crime that much stronger, and then it incentivized government to put more money into the police state, into prisons and things like that, to go after regular users. So yeah, Jeffrey, I agree. It will never happen in America. And Robert, I'm sorry, but yeah, I love me my guns, and yeah, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. Malingering, aka malingering. Let's see. Hold on. What happened here? Dice. Oh, what happened? Oh, Cole Hauser, what's going on? Shout out, Ara. RLB Films, what's going on? See, I'm trying to get through all these chats. I wanna get through all you guys' chats and stuff. I'm trying to. Oh man, hold on. Damn, dude. Yeah, you guys got a lot of stuff to. Oh, Jama Lama. Holy shit. Thank you, Jama Lama. Wait, if I already called you, I don't care. Thank you for the membership. Jama Lama, how you doing? Fresh off the boat. He come to make a good rifle himself in Yo Pop's channel. Thank you so much. He speak no English. Let's see. I'd seen Tremors. Jeffrey Brown seen Tremors when you were little. Let's see. As a kid, had made it my point of adult life to make my bed. Yes. I agree with you, Jeffrey. Hey, Dark Woods Presents. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming in. Let's see. Dexter's post-war parenting was really good. Really bad and good for me as well. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, sorry, Chris. Yeah, I got the horn. Yeah. Let's see. Chadwick Myers. Chadwick. My lady got a husky and occasionally gets annoyed with it. Do you have any good bulgogi recipes? I do. I drop them in the chat. Let me see. Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, Dexter's Lure Lab. Grew up when elementary kids were still allowed to walk to and from school by themselves. Yeah. I mean, I think we still have kids walking to school and stuff like that. But yeah, I always get dropped off because my school is kind of far from where I live. So, John Malam, there's more girl fights than guy fights at your high school. Oh man, shit. God damn, scary ass girls, huh? Let me see. Darkwoods presents. Some Asian guy got angry because I beat him in a debate. He threatened me, and I went to the stairs and I went up them, and I gave him a "This is Sparta." And he fell down the stairs. Oh my goodness. Ah, yeah, Jeffrey. Yeah, Bert's basement. Hell yeah, dude. Yup, yup. They had them. I think they have like pipe bombs and shit too. Dexter's Loader Lab. Zoomers definitely act different today. Yeah, some of these kids are all right. I'll say some of these kids. I think the tide has turned as far as the new generation. Because if you think about it, like when we went to school, it was all like, don't do drugs. Um, you know, it was all kind of like, it's all against the establishment stuff. And when the establishment starts saying, you know, like I don't know, the whole trans thing, homosexual thing, whatever. Like, I'm not throwing shade on if you do that, whatever, that's you. But like when they're like pushing this kind of stuff, the whole leftist stuff, communism stuff in schools to the kids, they're gonna go against it, and they're gonna go all hard, like pro Trump, and they're gonna do all that. So it's just whether they actually believe it or not. I think it's just more just like they're just it's what it's like any kid. I mean, the authority figure tells them to do something regardless of what it is. We're gonna go against it. You know what I mean? Eat your vegetables. No, I don't want to eat my vegetables. Brush your teeth. No, I don't want to brush my teeth. Don't smoke cigarettes. No, I want to smoke 50 cigarettes. Darkwoods Presidents didn't see him at school. Okay. Let's see. Jeff Brown, we do have a diverse. We have a diverse crowd here. Do we think the world is moving to a global government? Well, I don't know about the chat, but I do believe it is. It already is on the United Nations, especially with a lot of these international agencies, and then they try to standardize a lot of stuff, and then with a lot of world trade agreements. I do believe that we are in the beginning stages of it, and then when the COVID thing hit, when they were trying to do COVID ID tracking and stuff like that, that's another thing, that kind of world government type of thing. So yeah, yeah. Hey, 60-second movie facts. How you doing? How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Nice little wave. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Let's see. Okay, you guys are 60-second movie facts. Oh, hey, William Lynn, what's going on, William? Shout out. Hell yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to UK. No, I do want to go visit. I would like to go visit because UK is one of the places I do want to go visit. I've been to Germany and France before when I was in high school, but UK would be nice. I'd love to go to Ibiza. Go hit the clubs out in Ibiza. Hell yeah, dude. And Amsterdam. Go to Amsterdam too. At the Amsterdam would be pretty cool. Brendan Herrera. Yeah, he created that gun. I think he almost like blew himself up. Did he testing that gun? Yes, April Drift. Yeah, says thank you guys for the memberships. You guys are so freaking awesome. And like I said, with the membership thing, I will try to figure out what we're gonna do. This is all new to me. I still gotta do emojis and stuff like that. I gotta figure out how to make the emojis and all that shit. So I'm trying to get through all this, but there's so much. Well, let's start from the. Are we playing Atomic Heart tonight? I don't know. With the demo? I don't know. Maybe. No, maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure out. We'll figure out like a time to do it. I think we'll make it do like a separate stream. Let's see. RLB Films, how you doing? You know what? I feel like a lot of younger people are. I think it's like kind of maybe evenly divided. I feel like the leftists are more like my generation, or like the millennials, and then like a little bit after the millennials. I feel like the newer generation. I don't know if it's like Zoomers and Alpha. I don't know. I feel like they're a little bit more conservative, maybe, just because I think there's more of like a pushback against all the stuff that they were taught, being taught in schools and stuff like that. So. But man, I'm sorry. I want to get through all this, but it's like just yeah. Oh, shit. Okay, let me see. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna come in as it is. Let's see. Robert, I know it's about coddling addicts, but we are talking about people who aren't guilty of anything else besides being an addict and having drugs. Yes, Robert, I agree with that. That's exactly what I agree. Now, like I said, what I don't agree with is the state, because in San Francisco and like Portland and stuff, there's actually like they have government fund, there's these nonprofit groups that actually distribute drugs, like the actual drugs, to these homeless people, and it's like state funded. It's like taxpayer funded somehow. That I'm not with, because why the hell do I have to spend my money, my hard-earned money, on drugs, and those people, they're not even working and they get it for free? That's not right. You know what I mean? Like, come on, like. My taxpayer money's like, no, I want to use that tax money for my own drugs. What the hell are you talking about? Come on. Just kidding. But seriously, yeah. I don't agree. I agree that people who merely just take drugs and are in possession of it should not go to jail, should be left alone. But at the same time, the government should not be enabling people. As a matter of fact, the government should be having treatment programs and stuff for people who wish to, get off drugs. I do agree. Hey, North Minton Brews, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Younger people are far more conservative. Yeah, Millennial and Z were the last of the '60s throw it away generation. Yep, I agree. Completely agree. Completely agree. It's like people my age, and then like Gen Z. But I think there's a good amount of Gen Zs that are kind of against it. But yeah, it's mostly like my group that are like that. Ron Bergeron, what's my connection between Nagranol and Nerd War? So Nagranol, I used to watch D-Day Cobra and then Geeks and Gamers all the time, and then I went to one of the meetups in Orlando. It was the 2 years ago, not this one, but the last one, and actually that's where I met Nagranol. He was there, and then I met him. And I met a whole bunch of other people. I think I met Dom. I met Alec Baldwin's Finger, Lady Medea. Let's see, Jess. Oh no, actually, I didn't meet Jess yet in person, but and then like Hoodie and all of them. So that's how I know him. I actually met him before. So let's see. Dexter's Lure Lab. Worst thing that they did was ruin people's records for minor issues like marijuana. Agreed. My ex-girlfriend's children were away because she tested positive for weed. Caused permanent psychological damage. Yeah. No, it's such bullshit. Like that No, I completely agree with you, dude. Completely agree with you, dude. Let's see. Let's see. RLB Films. England eat crumpets and tea. Let's see. Okay, North Minton Brews. Until you're following several friends' kids who OD'd, helping out a few families whose people did the same. U.S. won't get how graphic the situation. More shame, less coddling is the way. No, I agree. Like I said, definitely, the government shouldn't be coddling, should not be enabling, but at the same time, and I'm not trying to downplay whatever happened to like your friends' kids and stuff. It's a tragedy. I get that, but and if your kids, and that's the thing too. Like, and that's the thing. Drugs are more accessible than cigarettes and alcohol when you're younger. Like I remember, like in high school, it was so much more easier to get weed and other stuff than cigarettes and alcohol. Because to get cigarettes and alcohol, you have to be 18. You get carded, right? But all the other stuff, it was super easy. I just had to, just go talk to one guy and like he knew somebody and that knew somebody and boom, right there, just have the money. So, definitely it should be in such a way where, young people or like minors are restricted access to it. But at the same time, adults who are free to make their own decision, whether how dumb it is, are able to do what they want. And at the same time, we should not be, government shouldn't be like, oh yeah, here's free needles and here's, this, free drugs. No. It's like, it should be like the government should be like, okay, like it should be like cigarettes, you know what I mean? Have warning labels, do the warning labels, restrict access to minors. And at the same time, have like hotlines or programs to, for people who want to quit. Education. I think that's kind of the way. But like I said, the world's so complicated now. It's like I don't know if there's really any right answer to it. Yes, North Mitten Brews. Yeah, addiction is a personal problem. They make it everyone else's. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it says it is addiction. Is it too? It is a kind of a double-edged sword because they have the person that's going through it. They have obviously they're going through the addiction, but at the same time, there's people in the radius. Family gets caught up in it and things like that. So I do agree, but I think it's definitely something that people should be discussing a lot more. It should be more than just like, oh, ban the drugs or make it like free access and like no, it's like there's middle ground we can come to where both sides could, I think, figure out a solution. You know what I mean? Yo, drink up. What's going on? Salute. Let's see, RLB Films. Yeah, Poland seems to be conservative on an international level. And then Poland and USA are moving in a conservative direction. Yeah, I think Poland is like kind of one of the like last bastions of conservatism, if you want to call it that, just because of the things that they've been doing against illegal immigration over there. So, let me see. Let's see. So we could get some of these. Yeah, yeah. I'm going back up and I'm seeing what North Mitten Brews is saying, and I agree. I agree, but I mean, it happens with drunk drivers all the time. Drunk drivers kill families too, but yet alcohol is still perfectly legal. It's a socially acceptable drug. So what makes it bad? Is it because what makes it good? What makes it bad? Is it because it's socially acceptable? Is it because the government says you can buy it? You know what I mean? You know, like you can say that about alcohol too. So I mean, should we make alcohol illegal? Mm, just saying. Just saying. Let me see. Okay, looks like we were just talking about drugs and some of that, and yeah. So, but yeah, I guess we're gonna talk about drugs all the time, but let me see. An April Drifter. Okay, yeah, for the most part, talking about Poland, for the most part, but you'd be surprised how much it's changed. Yeah, I'm sure. April Drifter, I'm sure. You know, yeah, I'm definitely sure. I know what you mean. Uh, oh, really, Dexter? Really? Governor of Texas vetoed the marijuana ban. Really? Really? Are they getting closer to legalizing it over there? Which you know what? Here's the thing. um, here's the thing. So what I like about legalization, and California did it all wrong, and a lot of these states. So I like the fact that it's legal to have. That you're not gonna get in trouble for it. What I don't like is the amount of taxes that you have to pay for it. Because I think in California you get charged like a 30% tax on top of when you buy it, and all that does is now there's shops that are illegal shops that open up and they don't take taxes, and that kind of brings a lot of riffraff around, and so I don't know. It's just yeah, it's just weird. It's weird. It just in California they did it all weird because in California the politicians are very money hungry, so they're like, oh shit, okay, well we'll make it legal, but we're gonna tax it like at such an ungodly amount, and then you're gonna have all these restrictions. You're gonna have all these like criteria you have to do in order to like produce it, grow it, and stuff like that. So now it I'm not. It's not a monopoly per se, but like if you wanted to, like if a mom and pop operation wanted to start, it's very hard because just to get permitting from the state and all this, and then you have to do all these testing and stuff like that, and there's taxes that you have to pay and all this. It just makes it hard. So unless you actually have a lot of money to do it, it kind of I don't know. It's and then and then with the taxes too, like I said, it creates an incentive for like a gray market to open up. Um, yeah. Yep, exactly, Ron. Yeah, a lot of small growers got rolled, had to destroy the crops because the cost of testing and fees were overwhelming. Yeah, yep, exactly. And a lot of the small growers, and then what they'll do is just sell it illegally. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I still know people that still buy it off the street, and they get a pretty good deal and some good stuff. But like, that's the thing. It just if they weren't so money hungry, just tax it reasonably. Have like the permitting stuff. Just make it reasonable. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, have your controls so you make sure like it's good quality product. Make sure no, it's not poison and things like that. But it doesn't have to be this onerous thing where it's like there's like years. Like I think it takes like years to even like finally get a marijuana like a legit marijuana business open. So then like people are just gonna go the way of least resistance if they really want to like start a business. So yeah. And then like you have like cops going after like all these illegal weed shops when they could be going after actual crime. So let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Well, this is Dexter's Load app. Grow your own. One outdoor seasonal harvest can last you all year. Nice. Hell yeah. I've always wanted to grow my own weed. Well, not just weed, but like have a garden. Tomatoes, corn, things like that. I want to do that, but I live in like a condo, so can't really do it. But man, that'd be so fun. Not just the weed part, but like just being out there and just growing and just seeing your fruits come to like just your fruits your tree bearing fruits and stuff like that. Hey, Breedy, what's going on? How you doing? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, going in your neighbor's backyard. Hell yeah, Breedy, what's going on, girl? Thanks for coming in. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. North Mitten Brews. The only way to do it is stop factory growers, no tax, American landowners, homeowners only. You know what? I could see that. I can see that. I can see that. I mean, yeah, just like I said, if someone wants to grow some weed in their, in their backyard, why not? Why not? But as far as factory going, I mean, I don't want it to be like we're like, like corporate, complete corporate stuff, but like, there's gonna be a lot of people that don't want to grow their own shit, and then there's gonna be, there's gonna be have to be a company or people that are gonna have to fulfill that need. So, you know, yes, North Mitten Brews, you are right about that. China is a big one. China is a big one. You are right about that. Yeah, yeah, and it's not just weed too. I think a lot of farmland too. A lot of these Chinese corporations, which is by the way connected with the Chinese Communist Party, own a large swaths of farmland, just general farmland in the Midwest, and that could be a national security threat for sure. Yeah, but I think it should be all American. I will agree with you. It should be all American, and none of that GMO shit. And that's the thing. I like all that GMO, and that's why like I don't want pharmaceutical companies getting a hold of it, or like them mass producing it, or like tobacco companies like mass producing it, because they're gonna just mess with it, and do some nasty shit with it. Breedy, people in Chicago can't even grow a garden without a permit. Really, like a regular garden? God, that's such bullshit. God, look at Chicago. The thing is, I think Illinois, like outside of Chicago, a lot of it's like farmland too. A lot of it's country, I think, right? And it's like pretty red. Everything outside of Chicago, right? Yes, North Mitten Brews. I do agree. Yeah, corporate is a huge part of it. It needs to be stopped. Yep. And the thing is, like, if like the thing, like when people say corporations, like corporation is just really just a business structure. It's like that's all it is. It's a business structure for like tax purposes and things like that. But I know what you mean. Is like the big these and I guess we just gotta say big corporations. Yeah, the ones the multinationals that have probably under like BlackRock and things like that, Vanguard, and yeah. I don't want them to be growing weed. That's why like I don't know. Yeah. But the thing is like even with like what I like about the weed like the industry, like even like the big players, they're not like corporate because they're still like I mean they're like there's big players for sure, but they're not like they're not sponsored by Monsanto. They're not sponsored by like Bayer or shit like that. You know what I mean? They're like their own thing. They just that they got real big. They made a real big brand for themselves. But then now they get they're riding off they're on their laurels or whatever. And they're just I don't know. Sometimes they can be coming out with like really subpar products because people will buy it. And I don't know. I got a friend that I know, and he works at one of the dispensaries I go to, or I haven't really gone lately, but the one that I do go to, he does his own thing. He grows his own stuff, and he has his own label. And man, it's good stuff. But like this guy is a connoisseur, and he knows what he's talking about, and like he's one of the guys that I do trust that like knows what the fuck he's talking about with it. So like any opinions on it, I will ask him. Let's see. Hold on. Yep, North Mitten Brew. Always organic, and it was always great. Breedy. Yes, on the far right. Yep, it is a national security issue for sure. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Able Drifter. I have a question about the states. What happens when you find something in a soil that's on your property land? Do you keep it? Pay tax for finding it, or could an institution like the museum take it? So it depends. I think it depends. If you're talking about like, I think like, I don't know. Fuck, I don't really know because I do know there's like laws for like you find artifacts and stuff, but like if it's on your land, then it would technically just be yours. But then I don't know if like mineral rights, because if you're talking like an artifact or something, that's not technically a mineral. Because like mineral rights and like oil rights and stuff like that, it's a whole thing about that. Like you could like own your land, but you don't own the mineral rights to it, so you can't like mine it. Or like you could own your land and you can have oil underneath, but you won't be able to draw from it. You won't be able to mine it, or take it out of the ground because like you don't own the rights to it. So it's like the land laws are very complicated. So I don't know. I don't know, and I think there's also laws if like historical artifacts, find historical artifacts stuff like that. I think there's like laws with that too. I could be wrong. Maybe there's someone. And the thing is, I have a real estate license too, and I got to do some continuing education for that, so I can renew my license. But like, I don't know, land law is very complicated. Land law is super complicated. Let's see. RLB films. Liberals have been ruined by postmodern modern philosophy, subjective reality, etc. Yes, I agree. I agree. Yeah, postmodern shit is just. I don't. Yeah, I know what you mean. What's the cup say on your right? Back on the dress. Oh, this cup right here. It's my water cup. It's a beer stein. Refreshing. uh, so this is from a brew house or a brewery called Karl Strauss. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but so this is one of their Oktoberfest little mugs that they had, and then on the back, I don't want to spill, so I gotta be careful here. On the back, it says "Party like it's 1810." Oh wait, hold on. Party like it's 1810. That's what it says. Let's see. Yeah, Dexter's Little Lab. Yeah, agreed. Used to be liberal until they went full blown commie propaganda and seditious. Yep, same here. Same here, Dexter. Yep. Yes, Chadwick Myers. Yeah. This is kind of like, this kind of sums it up a little bit what Chadwick is saying. Hold on, let's go back. Yeah. It depends on property. Up depends if you own the rights to it and all that. Do you own the rights? But some areas, the mineral rights were sold. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could sell off like the mineral rights to someone else, and then all that. Yep. He's right. He's right about that. Brady, do you think there's enough weed farmers in America to supply America, or do you think it's necessary still to get stuff on the DL? I mean, if you're talking about drugs, there's going to be. I mean, I mean, California alone. So with weed, ever since legalization, there is a surplus. It's an overproduction. So a lot of these growers they can't give it away. They can't get they're producing so much they can't give it away. So there's like really no shortage. And I don't want to get too detailed into how it works, but yeah, there's like from the states that are legal, the places that are not legal, there are people that will somehow it'll make its way into the other states and stuff like that. So there's plenty to go around, and also you got Mexico too. You still have Mexico bringing in weed too. No, it's not good, but and then also the cartels are still. I think they're still growing stuff on like national parks and stuff. Still, probably they're not really going away. So yeah, the cartels have their hands in American weed in California, especially, and then yeah, you have the Chinese that are getting into it, and then yeah, you have like the legal growers or just the American growers, and like there's an overabundance of weed, so it's not really going anywhere. Like the thing that America has an overabundance on is drugs and guns, and a prison population as well. So it ain't going nowhere. um, let's see. RLB film Christianity seems to be coming back. I want to start going to church. I've been thinking about maybe going back to church, but I don't know. I like don't get me. I'm a believer, but I don't know. Church is just. Nothing against church and people that go. It works for you. Works for you. But yeah, I mean, I was raised Catholic, so I have my issues with the Catholic Church. So, Ron Bergeron. I know someone who installs industrial presses to extract the oil, and he had about 150 acres of land that is farmable. He said he wouldn't grow because the larger farms would just undercut you. Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's like what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's not even I guess competitive, super competitive, and then yeah, it's already like there's too many people growing it, so there's just like you can't get a good deal on anything, and like if you want to make money with weed, you have to grow a lot of it, and then you have to know the right people and stuff like that. Let's see. California, lots of water rights were being bought up decades ago. It's so ridiculous. Yep, you're right, Dexter. Yep. Let's see. Hey, Rafael Venezuela. Hail. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. How you doing? Yo, Mitch. What's going on, Mitch? Bring back Schedule 1. I don't know, dude. I got bored. Of it a little bit. Maybe we'll play it again. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Damn, kind of okay. Let's see who we got. Let me go through here real quick. RB Films, truth is objective and provable, like mathematics. Yes, yes. Well, some will fucking argue with you on that one, I'm sure. Ron Berger, and I've been drinking that IPA Mine Haze. I think it's called Cosmic Crush. I think it's called Cosmic Crusher or something. See, I can't do IPAs. What I do, Modelo's, beer and a shot, Modelo and Jameson, all night. And yeah, IPAs, I can't do it. Like the last like kind of fancy beer that I was drinking was like Melon Cart, was a Golden Road like mango and melon cart and stuff like that. But I don't know. After a while, just too weedy. I just like a nice crisp beer. I'll do Modelo. I'll drink some Korean beers, but like Modelo's like kind of my go-to right now. And Jameson shots, dude. Hell yeah. Uh, let's see. Let's see, Breedy. So they should just open up the American market, less money going to cartels, etc. The thing is, though, you have the cartels that are in America, and they're growing stuff too. They have their own productions and stuff. So I don't know. It's kind of it's a big clusterfuck. You got everyone's got their hands in America right now. America's a little whore. I'm sorry to say that, but we've become a little whore. You got all these, you got China in here, taking advantage. You have like the cartels taking advantage, and then you have all these other, groups taking advantage of whatever, whether it's through drugs, whether it's through land, whether it's through businesses, whatever. Yeah. It's yeah, the cartels they're not just gonna go away. They're gonna find a way to still make their money. I mean, so but this is just my opinion. My opinion doesn't matter. Northern Mitten Brews prices are tanking across the nation on herb. Last I see, Michigan was 62 an ounce wholesale. Really? Wow, 62. That's pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap. And yeah, in Michigan, yeah, I got some. I've tried out some of the weed out there. It's actually not. It's pretty good. One of their shops weed. It's pretty good actually. RLB films, millennials and Gen Z seem to be all about escapism. Yeah, I mean, think about it. And I'm kind of like in that boat too. A lot of shit that I've, I mean, think about it, dude. Like, especially millennials. Like, we grew up through literal just perpetual war. We've just consistently had a war since we've grown up. And it was this consistent like economic downturn after downturn. We never really had an up. And then we were told to go to college and get degrees. And then, a lot of us got some bullshit degree that, doesn't really matter. Or even if you did get a STEM degree or something, feels so oversaturated with like H-1B visas and like, other, employment visas because they'll work cheaper. So they can't even get a job. And then like once you get to the workforce, it's like, the thing is, okay. So once you get in the workforce, it's like they want experience. And like, how do you get experience if you never worked before? You just came out of college. Now with me, I like I said, I did criminal justice, and I thought I wanted to be a cop. I don't really want it anymore. Wanted to get into law enforcement and stuff like that, but it's not worth it nowadays. And then but like I was doing security and stuff like that, doing that. So I was like working, so I had job experience. And then like during that time, it took some other, it took me 10 years to get my bachelor's, okay, because I was dicking around so much and I was like partying and working, this and that, get just distracted, And then like shit, what was I gonna say? Oh my god, doing it again. But yeah, and I did some other like I took like machining courses and stuff like that. But like I have like work experience, but like ultimately that shit didn't really matter because I got a degree that I'm not gonna use. But like yeah, you have like people that like they went to school to like do engineering or like whatever, and like they can't even get a job doing that. I think like if you become a doctor, then it's like I think you could get a residency and stuff. So you kind of, but that's hard. That's like really hard. So. But like I need some people that like like were like a lawyer. If someone became a lawyer, and then like I remember this one chick. It was a while ago when I was working security. I was doing like night patrols, and I stopped at Denny's to go eat. And there's a girl that was serving me, and we got to talking. And she was like, oh, what are you doing? Like, oh, do you go to school? Yeah, I go to school and blah blah, criminal justice, blah blah. So, I went to school to be a lawyer and blah blah. What are you doing, fucking waiting? She's like, well, I can't get a job. Like, I was like, dude, what the hell, man? But yeah, so I would get why our like our generations, at least my generation, is very escapism and things like that. Like I get it. Ah, Mitch, shut up, fucking Mitch. Let's see here. Fucking Mitch. Let's see. Oh, Chadwick Myers is talking to Eightful Drifter here. Very common through the Appalachian Mountains was oil and gas and coal companies buying mineral rights on land. They disturb your surface. They pay you for it in a lease. Yep. That's right. Yep. And Mitch, he's lying. He drinks IPAs at my bar all the time. No, I don't. No, I don't. You drink IPAs all the time. RLB Phil has been reading the Bible and it's great. Yeah, no, the Bible is actually pretty interesting. I think I got through like Exodus, a little bit more past Exodus. I'm trying to remember. Got through a little bit actually. If you just read it all the way through, and I don't know, I was like kind of falling asleep, but like there's a lot of interesting stuff in there too. So I really should get back into it. Just like not even at a religious aspect, but just kind of like just read it as a book. And it's got some good advice actually too. Rafael, Venezuela. Try Pacifico. Oh, it's your favorite? I've tried Pacifico. I tried Pacifico when I was younger, when I was in high school. I don't know Pacific because I was I used to drink Bud Light a lot, and then this bar that I've been going to that they didn't have Bud Light, so I started drinking like mango carts, melon carts, and I got used to that. And I tried to drink Bud Lights again, got a headache. And then now I don't know, just now I've just been kind of on Modelo's for a while, and Modelo's actually pretty good. I like it. I like Modelo. Breedy, just bought the OG Super Nintendo. Nice. I used to play with my daughter when she had the measles in the 90s. I like the two buttons and the up and down. Yeah, nice and old school, nice and simple. Hell yeah, Breedy. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's see. RLB Films, Gen Z cosplay, video games, movies, social media. It's all about pretending. Disney adults. Yeah, you know what? I know what you mean, brother. I know what you mean. And my escapism is not that escapism. My escapism is, the bad stuff for you. But the adult escapism. Just kidding, but no. Look, I got no problem with if you like cosplay and stuff like that. I mean, God, I like hang out with a bunch of like like a lot of gamers and nerds and all kinds of people. And, I think some of the cosplays, like going to like Comic Con and stuff is actually pretty cool. That MegaCon shit is actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie. And then like some of the effort that these people put into their cosplays and stuff is amazing. Like they spend hours on it. They have a passion for it, and I respect it. I like it. I love it. But yeah, there are those, and a lot of them are. Yeah, it's like it's escaping the fantasy land. Like I don't have a problem with the video games, cosplay, movies, and now the social media. Kind of like I'm not much of a social media person. But the Disney adults are the worst. The Disney adults are the worst. And I live next to Disneyland too. I live pretty close to Disneyland. And yeah, if there's anything that angers me when I drive through there, is the freaking Disney adults. You know what I mean? It's like, and I'm sure they're fine people. I'm sure they're great people. I'm sure they're nice. And, I'm just talking shit. But it's like, oh my God, I cannot get that excited for a fucking theme park. Now, you talk about fucking, let's go to a rave. Let's go to a festival. Let's go to a club. Let's go out. Let's go to the bar. Oh, man. I'm a Disney kid like that. I mean, that's my Disneyland right there. You know what I mean? But no, I don't know. Like the Disney adults or something. I'm sorry. Like, you're getting way too excited for a kid's park. I'm sorry. Like, if you guys in the chat, if you guys like Disneyland, I'm sorry. I'm talking shit. I'm sorry. All refunds can be asked, dude. Oh man. Ron Bergeron doesn't even remember SNES Bazooka. What game was that even for? I don't. Oh, for the bazooka. They had a bazooka. I know they had the gun too. See, I never had an SNES. Never had that. That was a little bit. I remember people that had it. People that never. Like I said, my last stream, my parents never bought me video games, or they try not to buy me video games. And honestly, I don't really like Nintendo. Nintendo's really not my style. Or like as far as like the Mario style, like the Nintendo. Like I know like N64 had like GoldenEye and like Perfect Dark. Like I love those games. And like all the other stuff, but like the actual like Nintendo character games, it just doesn't do it for me. Oh, Dexter's Lure Lab. Pops would love real German style lagers. Yeah. Dude, there used to be a Belgian bar that I used to go to, and they had like the Chimay. They had all kinds of these Belgian beers, and it was great. They had the Delirious Tremens and stuff. Actually, let me see if I can find a picture. Let's get these real quick. Hold on. If you're, let's see, North Mitten Brews, if you're drinking commercial brews or anything, check out Water Profile Reports. That's why my name is Brews. My wells are hundreds of feet deep in the country. No contamination, just clean. Hell yeah. That is a dream. You are living the dream, brother. You're living the dream. I'm in the suburbs. I'm in the city, so it's like, one of these days, going to get a green Lambo and a big old plot of land, and it's going to be awesome. I have a drifter. Don't you need application before becoming a lawyer? Like when another lawyer roots for you something? Yeah, I think you have to apply with the bar. I think it's like you have to go to law school, and then you have to pass the bar exam. I think, and then I think that you have to yeah. Because I remember in Better Call Saul, they were doing that thing where like you have to have a person vouch for you. But I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know. Breedy, if you read Jeremiah, it's the most saddest and most beautiful book in my opinion. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, Raphael, no, Bud Light. I know, gross, I know. Chadwick Myers, get the judges. Ehud was a total boss and stabbed a king, walked out and untouched by the king's guard. Yeah, see, that's the thing about the Bible. There's like all kinds of crazy ass stories and like a bunch of life lessons and stuff that you learn in there. And yeah, no, it's like, if you get past the whole religion part of it, you actually read the book. It is a very interesting book. For sure. Let's see. North Mitten Brews. Oh, that's why North Mitten Brews. Okay, I see. Okay, I make my own. Nothing to it. Nothing in it, but it's only for me and mine. No sale. Okay, hell yeah, for sure. Yeah, RLB Films. Yeah, no one's having kids. People are having kids. Yeah, I know. I'm 36. I should have had kids years ago. I got friends that have kids. They had kids and all that. I don't know. I don't know. Just never happened. I don't know. I'm just kind of weird too. So I don't know. It's not like I didn't have any girlfriends, but I never had like many girlfriends. I had a couple, but I don't know, just never worked out, or maybe it's probably just me. Now that I think about it, it's just me. I'm not gonna blame them. Actually, the first girl that I was a girlfriend with, she ended up cheating on me, but I don't know. I guess maybe I have some part to blame, but I didn't cheat. I'm not a cheater, nothing like that. It wasn't anything like that. I think I just wasn't spending enough time with her, some shit. I don't know, but. Yeah. Let's see. Jeff up north, get the fuck out of here with the membership. Jeff up north with the membership. He's speaking no English because he's fresh off the boat. He make a good life for himself up north because he is Jeff up north. Thank you, Jeff. Holy shit, dude, you are a legend. Thank you so much. God damn. Like I said, I'm gonna try to figure this membership shit out. I'm gonna figure something out. I'm gonna try to do some special shit. It's gonna take me a minute. Just because I don't know how to do all this. I gotta do the emojis and shit like that. I'm probably gonna have to have some people do it. But let's see. Yeah, Breedy. Yeah, no, gamers are fucking awesome people. Gamers, like nerds, geeks, they're awesome people. They're pretty open-minded people too. That's why I fucks with them. That's why a lot of my friends are like nerds and geeks and like gamers and stuff, because they're super open-minded and like they're really cool people. They're really cool. Really fucking cool. Oh shit, hold on. Nope, don't do that. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, let's see. I kind of want to read the Dexter's right here. Info in some states, you just need to pass the bar exam. In California, you have to have a law degree and pass the bar exam. Yep, yeah. Being able to do both does not guarantee good service. Yep. New York is a joke. Yeah. But I think like you don't necessarily have to go to like a law school to pass the bar. Like from my understanding, like you can actually like take the test. I think you could just take the test. Like if you actually like, but I don't know. I've heard some people that have done that, but I could be wrong. Let's see. RB Films, yeah. The Bible needs to be interpreted properly. Yeah. Let's see. What was it? Oh, Chimay. Yeah, Chimay. Yes, Dexter. Yeah. Oh, it's so heavy though. I don't know, like these European beers are heavy. That's why I always went with like a lager. Try to go with like a lager, something a little bit light. I forget the ones I had. I don't remember. It's so long ago. Yeah, Dexter. Yeah, there's a lot of bad lawyers for sure. Public pretenders. I had my experience with the public pretender once. Fucking A. That was fun. Let's see. Raphael. Read the Bible multiple times though. Perks of being in prison a long time. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. Sorry you had to go through all that. I'm glad you're out. I'm glad you're out. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess there's nothing else you can do when you're locked up. It's maybe what work out and just try to keep your nose clean and stuff like that, and just read is what I my understanding. But man, Raphael, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Like, man, I'm sure it was a rough time. But I'm glad you're out here with us, brother. I'm glad you're out here with us, man. Still kicking it. Didn't let it get to you. I'm glad, dude. I'm glad. I've known like my one of my best friends. His dad was a ex-con and fucking like yeah, he was crazy guy, and he actually ended up being a really good successful businessman. And then yeah, I know some. No shit, Dexter. Dexter, no, come on. Yo, Dexter with the holy shit with the 10 gifted memberships. Dude, Dexter, come on. Yo, you crazy motherfucker. Oh, dude, Dexter. Shout out Dexter. Hold on. Yo, dude, thank you so much, brother. Holy shit, with the 10? Oh my goodness. Good lord, dude. I don't deserve this. I don't fucking deserve it. Dude, thank you so much, Dexter. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. Dude, wow, Dexter. Holy shit, dude. Dude, you guys are fucking awesome. You know that? Like, I know I keep on saying this, and I really mean it. I know a lot of people, a lot of streamers, oh my god, you're all saying for giving me. No, like, I'm fucking serious, dude. You guys are like, dude, like, you guys are angels. You guys are like angels sent from God right now. And you guys, dude, holy shit, Dexter, yo, thank you so much, man. Thank you. I will. You know what? I will. We're gonna keep this shit consistent, and maybe for right now I'm just gonna be Chad just hanging out. But we're gonna do some we're gonna do some special shit. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna do some stuff. You guys are gonna be here with me. Thank you for the support. Holy shit, you guys! And even if you guys aren't super chatting and giving memberships, I don't care. Just the fact you guys are in here hanging out, talking. I'm kind of opening up. I'm able to open up. And you guys are opening up with me, and we're talking all this, and some of us are from different sides of the island. We're talking, we're conversing. Just that in and of itself, I feel like we were doing some good work here. Yeah, exactly, RLB films. Exactly, RLB. Exactly. I mean, Raphael, we're not all green. Oh, man. No, but seriously, holy shit, dude, I could not have asked for a better community. You guys aren't fans. You guys aren't fans. You guys are community. You guys are my people. You guys are like, I don't know, like more than I don't say fans. Fans sounds pretentious. Fans sounds like I'm some sort of special fucking person. No, I'm not fucking special. No. We are all together in this world, in this community, in this fucking chat. All right? We are the same. We are you guys are my peoples. All right? You guys are my community. This is not my community. It's our community. What the fuck am I talking about? My community. God, I sound like a douchebag right now. No, this is our community. All right? So thank you guys so much. Holy crap, dude. My God. Dude, holy shit. Dexter, good lord. Good lord. I feel like I gotta, like, take my clothes off and dance for you or some shit. Good lord, man. Fucking hey, thank you so much, dude. Look at that. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, man. And I just want to see and then there's I just want to read what Raphael was saying. And I'm glad you got the membership too, Raphael. If you didn't go in, might have done worse, never gone out. Shit, man. This is one of those things. That's how God works too. He puts you in these tough spots to see if you're gonna make it through. And if you make it through, He will bless you. He will bless us. And Raphael, I am glad that you made it out. I'm glad you made it out, and I'm glad that you're here. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're still kicking with us, bro. So, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking, you know what, Raphael? You get one of these right here. Yeah. Hell yeah, Raphael. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah, brother. Let's see. Yeah, RLB, yep. We want to belong to something larger than ourselves. That's right. We all have a community. I think, yeah, and that's really kind of got me like in touch with the GCA people, or with our GCA group that we have, and like started getting going. That's how I met, the people I know now from the GCA. Was through the Geeks and Gamers and through all that, and just community. We want community. I mean, and then I got my friends around here too, and I got friends that actually just a handful of friends, or actually like two friends now that I only talked to from like high school. And like us humans, we need that connection. We do. And sometimes we'll look in the wrong places for it too, and it'll fuck us up. You know what I mean? But like humans long for that. And I'm glad that you guys I'm just so grateful that you guys feel that like I'm worthy enough to be like kind of like this intermediary, or like this like person that like is like bringing us together. Like I feel very blessed. I feel very like honored that you guys came in here, and like you guys, we're starting a community right now, and I'm really honored that you guys, that you guys chose me to hang out with. I really am. So thank you guys so much. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, Evil Drifter. Yeah, no, definitely made my day for sure. Holy crap, guys. God. Hey, Sleepies, what's going on? Guess now you got to do yeah, got to do it. Yeah, yep. You got Breedy. You guys are the OGs. You guys, Ron. Thank you, thank you so much for the kind words. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Thank you guys so much, man. I'm just talking. I feel like I'm just talking to my ass, dude. I'm just like just talking. So, I mean, holy shit, man. Thank you guys so much. Wow. And RLB, yeah, community's better than drugs and addiction, yeah. And that's how a lot of it, and even with the addiction thing too, the drug things, like you do find community through that group of people, and you'll meet some good people, and you'll meet a lot of bad people too, and that's a part of it too with the addiction thing too, is like you do, it's like this it's like this club, right? Like if you're in it, and the other person is, so you have this like bond almost, or yeah, you do have a bond, and yeah, it does happen that way, But this is a lot healthier for sure, definitely a lot healthier for sure. Yes, Dexter, isolation is really bad for people. Yeah, no, there was a point in my life where I felt pretty isolated. I had like I said, I lived with my parents, and but then, your parents, I love them, they're great, but there's stuff you can't talk about, with parents, stuff like that. And this is when I was working. This is the past couple of years, actually. It wasn't even that long ago, and I was just working. And I was working, and that's the thing. When they say where you're surrounded by people, but you're all alone. That's how I felt. And then like through there, and then like during that time, that's when I met the people that I know from like the GCA, and like the people that I know in like the Geeks and Gamers, like the chat and the community in that area. And great group of people, and I'm so glad I met them. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out. You guys know who you are. And if I never took that risk to just, put myself out there, I would have never started doing this. I never would have met you guys. I would have never been blessed like this, that you guys are blessing me right now. And it's just funny how things work. And it's like, God puts you through shit, just like Job. He puts you through a lot of stuff, a lot of tests to see how you're going to come out the other side. And yes, and and praise God for just all the blessings from you guys, and just being alive, still being alive, and just I could have fucked my life up too. I mean, I could have easily, so easily, the people I was hanging out back in the day, things I was doing for sure. But I felt God gave me like the insight and like the knowledge to just kind of know when to step back a little bit. But yeah, no, I was I was drinking a lot. I was doing this and that, and it was bad. It was really bad. But and don't get me wrong, I still like to drink, but now I've cutting back a lot, and just taking it easy. So, we're not perfect. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. We're all not perfect. So, we're all human. Let's see, man. Let's see. Sleepies, social creatures, always looking for love in the wrong places. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. And RLB, try to follow me because of Riot Video Feed. Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. Like I said, I didn't go out there to get views or nothing. I truly went out there because I wanted to go see what was up, and I wanted to film it. Just getting the views, just having you guys come in, that was just the icing on top, the blessing that came down from God, and but like, yeah, it's crazy just how things work. You know what I mean? Like if I would just, and that's the thing, if I was saying, if I didn't take that whole week where I would just kind of sobered up and just kind of like just took it easy on the alcohol and stuff, I probably would have never gone out there because I would have been too hungover, too tired or whatever. So, like I said, it's just funny how life works, how God works. It's very mysterious. God works in very mysterious ways. RLB, it was really ballsy to be filming riots and people throwing things. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying I'm like some sort of tough guy. Oh, yeah, I wasn't. I was definitely there. I was definitely very cautious and like definitely. There's some parts I was like, oh shit, like I got to be careful. And like you got to have a little bit of that fear in you to keep you safe. The little bit of fear keeps you safe, but you can't have so much fear where you're so overwhelmed where you can't do anything. But and I'm not trying to downplay the situation that happened out there. Because I know, like, obviously people that live there, their lives were affected when all that was happening. But man, I was loving it. I was really enjoying it. A little too much. A little too much. Dexter's Alert Lab. Getting gifted memberships require turning on the gifted membership in settings. There's no way to pick. Yeah. So another thing too is that if you have a branded account, you can't get a membership. So my like my channel. So my Yo Pops channel is a branded account, so I can't get gifted. So like before I even started doing this, when I would go into other like shows and in their chats, every time they gifted, I would never get one. It's because it's a branded account. So if you have a branded account, you can't get one, and then you have to go into settings, they have to turn them on, and it's all random. And sometimes they'll even if you're not in the chat. If you're like subscribed but you're like not actively in the chat at that moment, it might give it to someone that's not actively in there too. So it could do that. Breedy, me too. Was watching Pops via D-Day. Yeah, yeah. And Breedy, thank you so much. And I know Breedy, you were very worried. I know you're saying that the mom in you was kind of worried. So I kind of got like two moms over here. I got my mom; she was worried sick, and so I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Let's see. Rafael, Venezuela, addiction, drug use has to do with a lot with purpose. Agreed. While lots of rich and poor people get it. Yeah, addiction is there's no borders to addiction. There's no color, there's no ethnicity, there's no religion, there's no nationality, there's no class that is not affected by addiction. It doesn't matter who you are. Anyone can be addicted. Well, anyone can addicted. Anyone can be affected by addiction, for sure. Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. What happened? Sleepies. I felt kind of felt that way after being a military brat, then also serving and suddenly being a civilian one day. Yeah. Are you talking about kind of like the loneliness type of thing? Is that what you're talking about, Sleepies? Let's see. April Drifter. That's why some alcoholics seek other people who drink as well, to low key feel accepted and not feel bad about themselves. Because other people do too. Yeah. Like I said, with it's a community. It literally is a community. It's a secret. It's like a secret community, and that's kind of like the cool thing about it. It's like, it's like, you're in with the secret kind of club. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, yeah. No, I feel you. Raphael, what do I film? It's my phone. Just my Samsung S23 Ultra. This is what I use. RLB don't have balls to film writers. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't say balls. I don't know. I'm an idiot. I'm a stupid. I'm stupid. I do stupid shit. Like I said, I've done stupid shit. I do stupid shit. I'll probably continue doing stupid shit. And so I don't say balls. It just I would say stupidity. Dexter, the power of will. That's why God gave us one. Yeah, but the thing is, like, you have to. It's hard to find that sometimes. It's hard to find it sometimes, and a lot of people don't. And I'm not saying, and me, it's a constant struggle. I'm not strong. I'm not a strong person. There's times I'm just like, fuck, I'm just gonna get a drink, just one, and then it turns into 3, 4, and then whole night goes on, you know, and the next day just, you know, I'm like, fuck, all right, like, come on. It's a day by day thing, you know. You gotta take it one step at a time. One step at a time. I was safe at home during the riots. At some point, I was like, "Fuck!" Do gotta go home. At some point, I was like, "Yeah, yeah, Dexter, yeah." Well, I mean, just YouTube. That's how it is. Raphael, okay, next time, Chicago Rocks, I go stream it. Hey, if you do that, hey, I'll throw you some cash up money. I'll support. I'll be there. Just let me know. Hell, maybe I'll go up there. If anything happens, maybe I'll fly out there and we can get some film together. How about that? We can get some footage together. Oh, okay, Birdie, I have to go, everyone. God bless you. Hey, Birdie, Breedy, thanks for coming in. God bless you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Breedy. You have a good one. I'll see you on the next one. Let's see. Sleepy, sorry, the chat on your display is behind. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Is that annoying? You guys want me to take it down? Or, Breedy, oh, the 20. Holy shit, Breedy. Breedy dropping a 20 as she leaves. Says nothing. Thank you so much, Breedy. She's so nice. And she donated quite a bit covertly I think yesterday, 2 days ago. So thank you so much. Holy shit, Brady. You're so friggin' awesome. My God. God, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Hell yeah, Raphael. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I have to save some money and yeah, something goes down in Chicago. Hell yeah, dude. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Hold on, guys. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right back. Thank you guys so much for coming in here. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's about 2 hours, 15 minutes. We're gonna go for a little bit more. Probably we'll go about 3. We'll go about 3. You know, I think the last time we went about 3. We'll go about 3. I'm having such a good time talking with you guys. Honestly, when I started this stream or whatever, or this one, I was like, fuck, dude, like, what am I gonna do? You know, I'm just gonna like sit there again, like no one's gonna come in. You know, like, what do I want to talk about? But I mean, you guys came in and like here we were like talking about we're talking about the drug war. We're talking about oh God, we were talking about like we're talking about land rights. We're talking about mineral rights. We're talking about just the hardships that we've all been through. Honestly, it like feels really therapeutic. I just feel like I'm just hanging out with some people like you guys are here in my room right now. That's what it feels like, and it's freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. Next time about balls, like he pops in trouble. And you know what? Go ahead. Hold on, I'll be right back, guys. I'm just gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Let me put my co-host in the chair real quick. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Sleepies. World peace would be nice for a change. I agree. Completely agree with you. 100%. 110%. RLB Films. Remember when Iran took our embassy in 1979? In 1979, and I think I was a little bit too young for that. But I see some documentaries on that stuff, and it's very interesting. Very interesting stuff that happened down there. It wasn't what's his face? Jimmy Carter. Wasn't Jimmy Carter the president then? And I think because of that, they like started Delta Force or something like that. I think Delta Force was like um, started because of that incident or something. Let's see. Dexter's Lure Lab. I support Trump holding bad governments accountable. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. He just, fuck, he just, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to, I voted for him. I did vote for him all times. I don't regret voting for him. But we'll have to see. I think it's a little too early to tell. And we all know that the swamp is very thick. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, RLB. Yeah, Jimmy Carter looked so weak during the hostage crisis. Yep, yeah. He really messed his presidency up on that one. Yeah, I remember that. Or I remember hearing about that. And then Raphael. So I bought that. That is a marsh what mellow? A squishmallow. And they were selling them at Costco. They're selling them at Costco. And there was this one, and there was a Snorlax one that I wanted, that I should have gotten. But I was like, no, because I couldn't, it wasn't working. I stopped working. I was like, fuck. And then like, I went back. I was like, no, I'm going to buy one. I'm going to have it like for the streams, a little something in the background. And someone took it. Someone took the Snorlax. So I got the Pikachu. No one really wanted the Pikachu, I guess. But the Snorlax one was real cool. I wanted that one too. Let's see. Raphael, you should get videos, clips you can play while you get up. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, no, yeah, I know. Like I said, this is all in the works. It's all bare bones right now. So we'll figure something out. Something cool. I want to do something. We'll do something cool. I don't know. We'll see. I got like a lot of stuff that I have to figure out. So it's going to take some time. So, but yeah. I agree, Raphael. I agree. Dexter was a young adult when the fall of the Soviet Union happened. I don't think there's been a greater time of world progress and peace ever since. Yeah, I don't know. It's been I was I think what the Soviet Union fell in the '90s, like early '90s. I was maybe like 1 years old, 2 years old, or something. But yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Back then, it just seemed a lot more simpler times. It seems like, you know what I mean. Now it's just so, like sleepy. Sometimes the only things that bad guys react to are bad things. Yeah, yep, yeah. RLB films. Yes. Chuck Norris in the Delta Force. Yeah. God, I remember watching it a long time ago, but yeah, Chuck Norris. I remember that. And then I ate junk food when I was younger. I eat keto and feel much better. Yeah, I know some people that are on the keto. And they say it's good, but I can't just eat meat. I gotta have rice. That's the Korean in me. I gotta have rice. I gotta have rice. But yeah, meat and some sort of like some veggies and stuff. Cause you get a little roughage in there. You know what I mean? Robert, how about Delta Force with the Get Her Done guy? Raphael will be here while you develop. Thank you. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't want to like keep you guys hanging. I don't want to like leave you guys hanging and stuff. So, but I do appreciate that. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna try to get more consistent with this. That's why I think what I'm gonna do, I'm definitely gonna have weekend streams because I know like people want to hang out on the weekends. But I think on the weekdays I'll do like maybe like Tuesday. I don't know, maybe like Tuesday, Thursday, maybe Friday, but definitely Saturday and Sunday. So I'm going to try to stream as much as I can without burning myself out. And I'm going to do it consistent. I'm going to try to shoot for 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, PM, 3:30 PM Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to try to get more consistent. And honestly, guys, just with all you guys' support and all your blessings that you guys have given me, now it's like it's really giving me incentive to like kind of not go out and drink all the time and like go like spend the night away. And don't get me wrong, there's gonna be times where I do want to go out. I am gonna go out. I'm gonna go party. But I like you guys are definitely like helping me keep that in check because now I feel like I have an obligation to you guys because with all the support, I feel like I have to and I want to. I have to, but I want to. to make sure I give you guys good product, to give you guys, you know, at least something, and you know, even just like hanging out, just talking with you guys. You know what I mean? So, like you guys are really helping me that way. So I really do appreciate you guys for like for all the support and all that. So it's like a two-way street. Sleepy's get a hobby, dude. Hey, I got plenty of hobbies, man. You know, drinking and just kidding. I got plenty of hobbies. uh, let's see. Yeah, Raphael. Yeah, consistency and entertainment is key. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I got to work on both. So yeah, to have Asians with your rice. Hey, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, man? Shit, man. Come on. I love rice. Fucking, I'll eat that shit since I was born. I'll eat that shit when I die, too, man. Uh, let's see. Dexter's Lure Lab. China was given the greatest opportunity that they squandered. Now, if you're talking about the trade relations, uh, that was done. Was it Carter and I think Reagan maybe? But I don't think. I mean, if you're talking about that, I don't think China squandered it. I think what they did was they took advantage of it because they literally took it over like the industrial base in America and like kind of weakened America that way. So I think they take advantage of it. Let's see. Dexter, yeah, it's kind of true. I don't feel healthy if I don't have my rights at least once a week. Yeah, I feel weird. So I like every time I eat, I want to have some sort of protein, like a meat. Yeah, I love meat. But yeah, like if I don't have rice, it's just so weird. Like I gotta have rice. Raphael, during the week and weekends, can you stream? Yeah, hell yeah, dude. You can stream. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make this my full time thing, dude. So, yeah, yeah. I mean, at this point, yeah. At the weekend, definitely for sure. On the weekends, for sure, definitely, because I ain't doing shit on the weekends. I didn't want to go to the bar. No, I'd rather just hang out with you guys and do this shit. And then yeah, I think like I said, I think Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then maybe Friday. Probably yeah, because I might like do some other streams on like Monday, and then Wednesday I got the GCA thing that I do. So Wednesdays, got to do that. But let's see, RB Films been hearing crazy things about China. Fuck, what kind of crazy things? Oh, sleepies. Okay. Oh, seriously. Okay. Okay. Find a hobby and bring it into your videos. It'd be more fun, and interesting for both sides. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I would have to. Yeah, maybe. No, maybe I can start doing the drawing things again because I used to like draw and make stickers and stuff like that. Maybe we could start doing that again. We could probably maybe do that. Or maybe I don't know. Like I used to make like model like jets and like like airplanes and stuff like that. I used to love doing that when I was younger, but it's been a while since I did that. Kind of want to get back into rocketry too, like the model rockets and stuff. I used to love that. I don't know. Maybe do something like that too. That'd be kind of fun. But just like I gotta find like the launch sites are really hard to find around here. So Anti Tower, what's up? How you doing, Ants? What's going on, man? Thanks for coming in, dude. What's up with y'all? What's up with you? And Nixon, yes, right. Okay, RB. Okay, yeah, Nixon opened up trade with China. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then Dexter, Clinton moved the goalpost for China. Okay, yeah. And Dexter again. Before the PNTR with China Act, Congress had to approve trade with China every year. Okay, yeah, and they kind of just stopped doing that and China just started doing their own thing, right? Yeah, sleepies. Okay, got you. Yeah, something I could do while we all BS. Yeah. We'll figure something out. Like I said, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Every day I'm thinking, what to do and all that. So we'll try this, we'll try that, try a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We'll figure something out. I wish I could just DJ on YouTube, but I can't. I do it on Kick. I usually do it at nights too. So, but that's like my main hobby right now is DJing. Just trying to get better at that. And you know what? Actually, what I can do is start messing with Fruity Loops again. Because I want to get into music producing, but like I'm not good, so and like I have to like kind of learn like the program, the music making program, just like kind of its idiosyncrasies and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe we could do that. I could just kind of make some like bullshit beats, just kind of just test all the little plugins and stuff that they have, and then they gotta talk with you guys and this and that. And we could probably do that. You know what I mean? And yeah, maybe we could probably do some gaming streams too. We definitely, yeah. It's just while you guys are supporting me right now, yeah, I guess we could buy a couple games. We could do a couple playthroughs and stuff like that. I guess we could do that too. I'll play some Fortnite too. Get some of the GCA people on, and we could do that too. I never played Fortnite, and I'm not really I'm like Fortnite, but it'd be something to do. So let's see. Info Drifter, during one of your scheduled one stream, did you mention that loads of Korean parents sign up their kids to train Taekwondo, obviously for defensive reasons, not to attack? Same thing with gun laws. Yeah, I mean, well, like the Korean, like the Taekwondo thing, I think they could, like, yeah, a lot of them do, because like it's a national sport. It's not necessarily for like self defense, but I think just kind of like if you know, like kids here, you know, their parents sign up for baseball, basketball, that kind of stuff. You know, that's kind of usually what it is. And if some of them get real good and they start kicking ass and shit like that. Let's see. You're up for it, not to attack, but have the right to defend. Yeah, and like yeah, definitely good for like a little martial arts is good to at least you know how to throw a punch or something like that. Yeah. RLB, Armadale's a park where you can launch rockets. Yeah, I think I've seen that. Yeah. I think in that area, it might be different. I don't know if it's the same spot we're talking about, but yeah. Maybe we could do that too, because I wanted to get into like the advanced rocketry. I think they call them like the I forget what class they are, but you need like to get permits and stuff, and they're like this is stuff you got into the desert to launch off, and they have and then like you have to get permits and stuff from the Rocketry Association. I've been wanting to do something like that too. So, April Drifter, what's the hardest thing for you being a security guard? The hardest thing was telling people the hardest thing was telling people like the rules, and then them not fucking wanting to follow it because you're just a security guard and you have to kind of like, you got to do something, and you can't fucking like, you can't strong arm him. I can't like attack him. I can't just like grab him. And I can't do that. That's assault, right? So you can't do that. And then like, staying awake, staying awake was kind of hard. And then, but the hardest part was like, so when I did patrol, a lot of the properties I would go to would be like residential areas. So, and a lot of it was like parking enforcement and stuff, and people hated that. They hated that because they live there, and this guy's coming in there telling them you can't park here, or like I'm about to tow their car away because they've been parked on the fire lane and stuff like that. And they got people come out yelling and cursing. Some people with like death threats to call the office. Yeah, we're gonna kill you, this and that. And I was armed at the time too, so it's like, that. But it's like I can't shoot them. You know what I mean? I mean, it would have made the job easier if I could shoot them, but you can't do that. So that was it. That was just mostly it. Just having to deal with just people who didn't want to follow the rules. That was it. But but to do that, I kind of learned how to be very patient, and then just kind of like learned how to like convince people, how to talk with people, and like that's the thing. That's probably the good thing that I got away that I took from that was just I learned how to deal with people, just kind of getting to their level and try to like just empathize with them. Like, hey, I understand, but like the rules, this and that. And a lot of times people be like, okay, yeah, I get it. After they calm down. And a lot of times I'd be like, okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm like, it's fine. It's not, it's nothing personal. Like, I never took it personally. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that was kind of one of it. Summer Tony, yo, what's going on, Summer Tony? Yo, Pop's got a girlfriend, but she's not responding to my text, but she saw my story on Snapchat. I don't know what to do. Let's see, do nothing. Do nothing. Do nothing. Do nothing. Do nothing. The more you just don't sound, you don't want to sound desperate. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing, because you're cooler than that. You know what I mean? You got swag. Cooler than that. You know what I mean? The bitches come to you. You don't go to the bitches. Just kidding. I'm not calling your girlfriend a bitch. I'm sorry. No, but no, don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let's see what we got. Little Labs. Yo, Pop's Gathering sound dope as fuck. Coming from this boomer, hell yeah. Learning how to kick is important. Just say, yeah, if you get some good leg kicks in, especially on the knees, thighs, if you get a good couple kicks in, man, yeah, they'll take a motherfucker down for sure. CBs, the big boys, that'd be fun. Drones are fun too. Oh yeah. Oh man, I do want to get a drone. I do, but fuck, I got the money for that. But yeah, I wanna mess with the big boy rockets. That's what I want to do. Anti-Tower, thank you. The DH stream, thank you so much, man. I'm still kind of learning. There's a lot of stuff I'm learning, still kind of experimenting and stuff like that. So I don't think like half the time I don't think it sounds good at all. But thank you so much. I've definitely got a lot better. But I want to I want to kick it up. I want to kick that up, and I want to like I want to get pro. You know what I mean? So, um, let's see. Dexter's Lab. There are different types of private security. The primary job is to observe and report. Yeah, yeah. That is true. That is true. Yeah, and then you have like that's the thing too. It's like you see those gung ho guys. It's like, dude, just calm down. And trust me, like when I first started, because I work with these like ex military, ex cops and stuff. So they were like they still had that military cop mindset. So they wanted to like go stuff like do stuff that we weren't supposed to do. And I kind of got caught up in there a little bit. But after a while, I'm just like, no. Like, dude, you're just a security guard. Just calm down. There's a lot of liability with it. If something happens, like if you do something stupid, you're fucked. So it's like I learned it's like, yeah, just do your job, observe and report. If someone's like in trouble and need help, of course I want to help them, but like I'm not going to put myself into a situation where I don't need to or do things that I shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? So let's see, April Drifter. Have I been to Roswell? What's your attitude on the whole alien thing? I haven't been to Roswell. So I think there are intelligent life forms out there. I mean, we can't be the only ones out there. Now, as far as if they're just green or like gray men type of things, I don't think so. I think they may be like humanoid like we are, or maybe they're just like some sort of entity, some sort of like entity that we can't even comprehend. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like dimensions. Like it's all like we're in like the third dimension. It's like a fourth, fifth, and it kind of goes up. So it's like it's kind of with death. So it's like I don't think death is like the ultimate end all. But like I think like when they talk about heaven, like like the spiritual aspect or like the religious aspect of heaven, I feel like it was a way of people at that time to describe a plane of existence that is above ours that we go into after we've completed our mission here. That's what I feel, if that makes sense or not. Let's see. Sleepy's had a buddy stationed at Roswell for 2 years, even though we were both military with a TS, with a top secret clearance. You can say anything about it? Yeah. Sounds about right. The RB films UFO commentator saying aliens have a base in Arizona. I don't know about that. I mean, but there's people say that like that like the pyramids and stuff could have been like some sort of like satellite, something linking us to like some sort of other dimension or extraterrestrial like life or something, some sort of like beacon. So I don't know. Who knows? Who fucking knows, man? These are the type of stuff that fucking you be in a at a party in a stranger's house. Everyone's doing lines and drinking and they'll just start talking about shit like this. I swear I've had this conversation a million times, man. Let's see. Dexter's Lear Lab. I've seen a UFO in Palmdale, California. Watched it for 40 minutes. It was unmistakable by the way the thing moved. I thought it was a top secret experiment, but nobody has anything like that. And that's the thing. I think so. When people say UFOs, I think they're thinking like alien spaceships, but a UFO is not necessarily that. A UFO is just an unidentified flying object. It could be a classified experimental vehicle. It could be some sort of like top secret military aircraft or something. So it doesn't have to be extraterrestrial. It doesn't have to be some alien type of thing. It could be man-made unknown technologies that we have that we don't know about, that the general public doesn't know about. You know what I mean? So it could be that. Yeah, Rob Bergen, Observer Report. That was a good movie. I love that movie because like the way that the security guards act, like I've seen that shit before too. Like I've kind of been like that too. So it's like I thought it was a pretty good movie. That was a pretty good movie. Sleepy's is a bunch of reports of underground Colorado and other places, also Antarctica. Yeah. And the whole Antarctica thing. You're talking about the sheet wall, where the wall with the flat Earth thing. I don't know. I got a buddy. Fucking he swears by it. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't know about that, but who knows, man? Who knows? RLB, aliens are real. However, I don't trust the U.S. government. Agreed. There's a lot of misinformation out there. It's really their best defense. Hey, like I said, I do think that I mean, we can't be the only ones that are out here, right? But as far as like, I don't know, the gray man stuff, I mean, maybe, but we don't know. I don't know. So, but I do agree that there's something up there. Anti-terror, yo, stop telling on us, not cool, bro. And they got those skinwalkers out there. RLB, aliens are experts in mind control. Summer Tommy, Ainful, I'm doing taekwondo just to get trophies and kick people with that assault. Oh, shit. Focus. Fucking Tommy. Oh, my God. Dexter Zula, we might be the products of aliens, just saying. Or what, like the Nephilim and stuff like that? The giants that walk the earth? Maybe. RLB Films. Phoenix Lights March 13, 1997 was real. Okay. Yeah, I have to look that up. I'll look that up. Sleepies. It might sound crazy, but I believe aliens are really demonic. I've heard that. I've heard that. I've heard that point too. Like the Roman or Egyptian gods that trick people into diverting from the real god. They were exiled and are now the aliens. Yeah, yeah. I think I've heard some. I've heard something about that. So some sort of theories about that. Like I said, I'm not too. I don't really know too much about like extraterrestrial alien stuff. It's way too esoteric for me. I was just more like into the politics side, and then even then, it's just a very like I don't know. I don't think I'm not a fucking like political scholar or anything like that. And just kind of like stuff that I learned through like just uh, different documentaries here and there. Alex Jones was one. He definitely opened my eyes up. Now he's I don't know. Now I don't really watch him too much because everything's a fucking commercial with that guy, and I don't know. But and not throwing any hate against Alex Jones. I think he's a real patriot. I think he's a good guy. But yeah. So I'm just a guy. I'm just an asshole with a mic and a camera. That's all I am. Roswell was real. You know what? I don't I agree. But I'm kind of like in the middle of like, was it aliens or was it like some sort of like experimental aircraft that the military didn't want people to know about? You know what I mean? Or did that experimental aircraft come from alien technology? Who knows? And Raphael, like Stargate, yeah. And who knows? I mean, even that Stargate thing. I mean, shit, dude. Who knows, man? Yeah, Ron. Yeah, the supplement ads are nonstop on Infowars. And the thing is, I've actually bought some of his stuff, mainly the B12, and then I have the iodine, and it works. I like the B12. The B12 I was using a lot because when I was in my raver, when I was going to raves and stuff. Let's just say that there was some stuff that's not good for your vitamin B12, and that shit really helped. Let's just say that. But yeah, Dexter's Lure Lab DNA is an incredibly mind blowing molecule. Yeah, yeah. Is it and like? Isn't there like some theories that that's like some sort of like forbidden knowledge type shit that the scientists were like somehow like I don't know. I think this kind of goes off to with the DMT experiments and stuff like that, where they like locked in with like some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Not I want to say extraterrestrial, but some sort of maybe spiritual entity or something, and it kind of like they were given this knowledge, but then like is it like a malicious spirit that's doing this, or is it like is it benevolent or malevolent or benevolent? You know what I mean? Because I remember like a lot of these like scientists and stuff, they were doing all kinds of like drug experiments to like hook into like the other dimension, the next realm of existence, the perception, the other doors of perceptions being open and stuff like that. So I've heard it was like fucking, it could be, I don't know. Raphael, yeah, AJ has been through a lot. He really has, especially with the Sandy Hook shit. That shit was not right. Whether you fucking like him or not, that Sandy Hook trial that they did was a total farce. And yeah, that shit was bullshit. Like they really fucking just fucked him over on that one. Anti-Tower Pikachu, hell yeah, hell yeah. Let's see, April Drifter, yeah, time to sleepies. I heard about it too. The aliens were actually demons, and Egyptians were probably Satanists. They did praise all these gods. Yeah, yeah. RLB Films. My neighbor's father saw aliens in New Mexico in 1947. He was in Air Force. True story. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not. I don't discount that at all. But that's what I'm saying is just like, is it aliens? Is it classified military technology, or is it classified military technology that they got from aliens? It's like I don't know. But like as far as or if you're talking about like aliens, hey shit, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna argue with you on that because I don't know. Like I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. Like I said, I'm not completely discounting it. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the whole aliens thing, so let's see. What's the story about the Pikachu? Could you elaborate on it? Oh, yeah, I just talked about it earlier. I just went to a Costco, and it's called a Squishmallow, and I just bought it because I wanted to have a little something in the background for the stream. And yeah, that's about it. There was a Snorlax too with it that I saw, but so I snatched it up before I could get it. So let's see. Sleepies, they're all bad. They're the ones that like sacrifice and weird rituals. Yeah. I mean, fuck, a lot of people are doing a lot of, oh God, people. I guess it's people. I don't know. Yeah, things were these are crazy. I mean, even the Bible, they were sacrificing humans, but they were, sacrificing animals and shit like that too. So, you know, little offering to God on the altars and stuff like that. Reverse engineering, yeah, sleepies, yeah, it's like some sort of reverse engineering of aliens. Like, I don't know, or maybe like aliens were like some sort of like some genetic experiment, that the humans were doing. I mean, we do have chimeras and shit, half human, half animal hybrids in fucking laboratories. We have all that kind of shit too. So it would surprise me. I mean, because there's so much shit we don't even know about that it came out and did say that. Well, I mean, did they come out and say that there were aliens or some shit not too long ago? But I don't know. I think the government was doing it for memes, maybe. But hey, like I said, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I want to believe. RLB films. We don't know what the aliens are. I just know the phenomenon is real. Yeah, you know what? I could agree with you on that. I could agree with you on that. Yeah. Oh, let me see. Sleepies. You were U.S. Air Force Space Command. Now Space Force. Seen some weird stuff and tech. Yeah. I mean, I know NASA is kind of like the dark arts project under the guise of space exploration. A lot of dark tech, or a lot of secret tech comes out of NASA too. So Dexter, if aliens wanted to make contact with modern man, they would have by now. Maybe there was a reason they contacted ancient man, good or bad. I don't know. Maybe the aliens contacted the old people and they gave us the knowledge and stuff to have all this technology we have now. I've seen some memes on like Twitter about how like microchips and like microprocessors and stuff are like these not, I don't know, the talismans or some sort of thing. Like back in the old days, they had like these patterns that look just like modern day microchips and stuff, and that could have been a part of it or something. And like it's like spirits are like were captured in these things or something like that. I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me because a lot of this tech, it's with like DNA sequencing and like these like the technology, the microprocessor technologies and stuff. I mean these engineers and scientists, they were like dabbling in all kinds of fucking drugs and stuff, and maybe they got a vision. One of the doors of perception got open. They got a vision, and maybe it was a communication with some sort of like, extraterrestrial or some sort of like being, some interdimensional being that gave him the knowledge, and they're like, oh shit, we could do this and this, and and boom, we got the technology now. So who knows, man? RB films. I think aliens are manipulating human genetics for some unknown reason. Maybe. I mean, humans are manipulating human genetics as it is. The humans are doing that right now. So I don't know. Maybe they gave the humans knowledge to manipulate it on their behalf. Let's see, April Drifter, and then Hollywood and the whole cinema industry took on the ideas. Thus, many alien-based movies in the '60s either to fool us, it's all fantasy, or to earn money on it. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's one of those things. It could be those. It's like a propaganda type of thing to make it look silly to anyone that wants to actually do a serious dive on extraterrestrials, make them look silly and kind of like crazy. Yeah. Sleepy. I know Aleister Crowley. I know a little bit about him. Demonic guy, and he was rubbing elbows with a lot of elites and a lot of like political figures and stuff like that. And yeah, I know a little bit about him. Yeah. RLB Films. I believe Bob Lazar. He worked on Lazar. He worked on reverse engineering a UFO. Really? Okay. Yeah. Sleepy. Yeah, he's working with CIA. Yeah, I did hear about that. I did read about that. Yeah. And like mind control stuff, right? I think. Yeah, maybe with the MK Ultra. I think. I don't know. And then like they do like the DMT experiments where they've done experiments where they do intravenous DMT drips, and like they start communicating with like, I guess like they call them like the elves, the machine elves and stuff like that, and they started communicating with like these entities, and like the people, I forget how many people there were, but it was like a group of people. And then they do these IV drips of DMT, because DMT, because it's if it's freebase, you smoke it. It's a crystal, you smoke it, and it's a very short trip. It's essentially like they say it's an acid trip, but it really isn't. It's a lot more different than acid trip, but it's a very short-lived trip. It's like a couple minutes. I think it's like 10 minutes, and like it's very short. And then if you get like the right dose, which is a heavy dose, you literally you go into a different reality, and it feels real. Apparently, it feels like you're actually like it feels real, but it's not our reality. It's a different reality. And so and through there people have and the reports are always the same depending on it doesn't matter who've done it. If they've gone to that level, the reports are the same. These so-called machine elves come to you, they deliver you a message, and they talk to you, and you talk to them, and things like that. And so I forget how long ago it was, but it was a government done study, and they did these IV drips of DMT. So it's a continual drip of DMT, and they would get taken into this realm, and they would try to stay there as long as possible. And like the reports were all the same throughout the subjects. So it's very weird. Like DMT is a very weird type of substance. I won't confirm or deny if I've done it before, but it's a very interesting molecule for sure. But I don't even know what that even is pertinent to the matter. But let's see. Rafael Venezuela. Did you notice how the Egyptian pyramids have a huge building under them? Didn't gain traction. Yeah, no, I saw something about that too. How like they went deeper in. It's like this whole like labyrinth, and like it's like the whole like it goes deeper than just like the top. So, yeah, I've heard, I've read something about that too. I saw something about that. Um, Dexter's Lid, I really like Spielberg's Close Encounters is based on modern research at the time. Oh, okay, yeah, that was a. Man, I think I was a kid when that movie came out. I don't think I've watched it. But I heard it was good. But yeah, okay. Let's see. Sleepy's astral projection, also talking with these things. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. RLB Films. Spielberg has a new Alien movie coming. Okay. Let's see. Sleepy's, you can do it without a dose. DMT is natural in your brain. Yeah. That is true. But but then the natural. But yeah, no, that you could do it through like meditation and things like that. But you know, it's like that's too much work. That's too much work. But I don't know. DMT is kind of fucking weird. It's a really weird substance. I don't know. RLB Films, yeah, Spielberg based Close Encounters on a real Project Blue Book accounts. Oh, okay. I see. Let's see. And Ron Burgundy talking about Alita Battle Angel. Is that pretty good? I like the graphic style on that movie. It looks pretty cool. It's got like that really like it seems like kind of like the dark like cyberpunk like feel to it. So maybe I'll watch that too. Okay. And okay. So shit. Yeah, but I don't know. Aliens. Oh man. Yeah. Close Encounters of the Close Encounters of the Real Kind, the Third Kind, or something like that. Close Encounters. Okay. Okay. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it up on my Prime. See if it's there. If it's ever free, I'll watch it. Then I don't know. Maybe I'll buy it too. If you're saying that if it's pretty good. Because I know Spielberg makes some good movies, so you can't really go wrong with a Spielberg movie, especially during that time. Was Elite was are you talking about Alita Battle Angel or RLB? James Cameron made that movie. Oh, you got pizza? What kind of pizza? Ants? What kind of pizza? Oh fuck, pizza sounds pretty good. I just ate too. I ate like well, I guess I ate like 3 hours ago, but damn, I'm like hungry again. Sleepies, remember that event in Miami a couple years ago? That was which one? Which one? I feel like I know what you're talking about. Uh, let's see. Ankle drifter. Pineal gland is part of our brain, often heavily connected to our consciousness. You hear there are many entities. Or there, did you hear that there are many studies about it, and the neural order entities want to learn to control it? Yeah, that's why they been putting fluoride in our drinking water. It calcifies the pineal gland. I believe the pineal gland, it has to do with a lot of like oh god, what's it? I know it has to do with something of like your perception to the world, and um like your connection to like the spiritual world or something like that. I could be wrong, but I know what you're talking about. And there was, and like, you know, I've heard, and I kind of do believe that that's why they've been like um, fluoridating our water supply is because the fluoride it calcifies that. It makes it so it inactivates it. Yeah, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's like yeah, it has to do something with like the spiritual thing. Yeah. Let's see. Summer Tommy, man, these woke people keep taking over my game. I'm getting ticked off. Hey, I feel you. I feel you. I'm not much of a gamer, but yeah, I don't, you know, like any politics, woke or even non woke, like no politics, unless if it's like a, you know, if it's a game that's like had to do with politics, but you know, make it, I don't know, make it fun. Like people want to have fun when they play a video game, right? Like, come on, just make it fun. Even if it's woke, make it fucking fun. Make it funny or something. You know what I mean? Let's see, RB Films, Coal Encounters, or I don't even it's close or coal, close maybe. I don't know. Coal Encounters, a term from the government UFO research. Okay, and anti-tire cheese. Okay, not bad. I could fucks with cheese. Cheese is all right. If drifter, some say the pineal gland is the place where our soul is connected to our body. Yeah, something like that. I know it's not. It has to do has to do something like the spiritual aspect of or our souls or our body, I guess. Oh yeah, the sleepies. Yeah, the aliens in the shopping mall. Yeah, I remember hearing something about that. That was like a quick blip in the news too. It was like real quick. We're like people freaking out and like, did they lock it down or some shit like that for a little bit? Close Encounters. Okay, let's see. Ron Bergen heard that fluoride calcifies the pineal gland. And you can't see ghosts anymore. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm sure it's like. See, that's the thing. It's like we humans are like, we're not tuned into a lot of stuff, and I think maybe like if we were like maybe like our minds aren't like made, our brains aren't made to process something like that. Because I think like maybe if we did see it, like we would go crazy or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Dexter, stay away from that adrenochrome. Yeah. Yeah. Or we had the Miami Mall incident. Yeah, that shit was. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It was so weird. It was very weird. The third eye. That's right, Raphael. Yeah, the third eye. That's right. The third area of consciousness. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. 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 Because I think that like through there, if we start seeing the different layers, like in our lives, and we just see things from a different perspective, and yeah, they definitely don't want that. And let's see, Ron Bergeron, like when I was a kid, or when he was a kid, or like when I was a kid, we had well water and was able to hear ghosts. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, who's to say it's like you know, like the spirits don't walk among us. You know, maybe that is like you know, like like I said, like I said, I feel like it's all different levels. It's all everything's all different levels, different dimensions, different like planes of existence. And we are on like the third plane. We're on like our plane, and then like maybe through death we move on to the next one. And death isn't even death. Like it's like kind of you know like I said, like we're being tested in this world to see if you're gonna be able to make it to the next level. And maybe that's like the whole thing about God in the Bible. You know, like you say like you know, believe in God and you got to do good and all that, or else you won't get into heaven. Maybe that was just a way of like the people back then trying to, you know, explain the different levels of perception or different levels of existence, you know, in the ways that they were able to, you know, talk about it. But I don't know, you know. Robert was a ghost cat, not a person type ghost. Okay, but I mean, yeah. Okay, well, animal spirits. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Sleepy's games and movies are supposed to be an escape of reality, not a reminder, and being nagged all the time. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, exactly. Ants with the fucking ghost emojis. Able Drifter, we change topics so often that most people have their brain fried, but not your policy. No, I could go. Once we get going, we could go, man. We could go, dude. You know, I love it. I love it, dude. This is fun. I honestly thought I thought like, what the hell am I gonna talk about? But dude, you guys coming in, and you know we're going through all these different topics. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, dude. I just like I said, I feel like I'm at the bar with the fucking friends, my friends over there. We're just hanging out. We're just talking about different stuff. You know, like this is the kind of stuff we'll talk about too. So you know, it feels awesome. I like it. RB Films. Some people were really freaked out by something they saw in Miami Mall. They saw 10-foot tall aliens appear from a portal. Not sure if it was yeah. People were freaking out, but we never got a like view of it. Did we ever get a video of it? An actual thing? I just remember just seeing like it was like people just freaking out, and like you know obviously when like those kinds of footage, there's always people like shaking the camera, running and stuff like that. So like I don't know, man. Gee, gotta go. Okay, gotta go talk to your kiddo. Hell yeah. I'll tell your kiddo I said what's up, and Hey, G, thanks for coming in. Hope you have a good one. All right. I'll see you on the next one, G. All right. You have a good one, G. Thanks for coming in. Let's see. Let's see. Dexter's Little Lab. Miami police haven't confirmed anything unusual. Like, actually, that happened. Yeah, that's right. They kind of just said, "Oh no," like they never really. Yeah, yeah. We don't even really know what happened. Sleepy's, it's all like I said, dude. I'm telling you, like a couple of years ago, I would have called you crazy, but like the more and more like all this crazy stuff's happening and like all these things are happening, I'm kind of believing it is kind of a simulation a little bit. Like yeah, like I kind of agree with you on that. Dexter, yeah, we're definitely being tested by life itself. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yo, Nerd Files, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for coming in, dude. Anti-Tower Pizza and Aliens. Hell yeah. That's a good combination right there. That's a good combination. Sleepy, smoking, chilling, join the chat. Hell yeah, brother. Hey, smoke one for me, man. Smoke one for me. I can't smoke. Well, I mean, I can if I guess I could, but I don't want to. I want to. Gotta clear the mind a little bit, you know what I mean? So you smoke one for me. Smoke one for me, brother. April Drifter, do people still go look for Sasquatch, aka Bigfoot? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a community behind it. There's memes behind it. Hell, there's fucking History Channel shows behind it too. Oh yeah, plenty. Oh yeah. People still do it. Fake AI video, RLB films. Fake IA videos appeared on social media. Miami Mall seems to be a cover up. Okay. Well, yeah. Who knows? Maybe it was like a time traveler, some like giant time travelers, and they got the time wrong and the place wrong or some shit. Who knows, dude? Maybe they're supposed to go to the Ukraine war and stop it or some shit. And they ended up in Miami on accident. Some guy on the Stargate, fucked up the fucking the inputs on the thing. Who knows? Man. Let's see. Yeah, G. Hey, later, G. Yeah, no, thank you for coming. Don't thank me. Thank you, G. Thank you. Let's see. Anti-Tower. I seen Bigfoot's car check a guy one day. For real. Nerd Files. Doing well, man. Just working on some stuff, hanging out. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Damn, dude, you came all late, dude. Nerd Files, you always come late. I'm at 3 hours right now. And I guess maybe we'll go for a little bit, just because Nerd Files is in here. It's so I don't know, because it's like 3 hours. It's already been 3 hours, and I got some stuff. I'm gonna have stuff to do, but kind of want to chill for a little bit. But yeah, RB films. Yeah, Bigfoot is an active subject. Yeah, people love big. Yeah. You're right about that. Yeah, I mean, there's communities, and back in the day, it was just like Bubba and his fucking friends out there. Just like just whoever trying to take videos of Bigfoot. Now it's like you got you got some like hippie granola dude. You have lawyers, you have like house moms and all these people trying to go look for Bigfoot and all fascinated by Bigfoot and stuff like that. So oh, Sleepies, that's interesting. Yeah, I think it was a test of holograms. Operation Bluebeam. Oh, dude, that is actually that's actually a good point. That is actually a good point, man. That's actually a good point. Could be a test run to see how the public react, type of thing. Yeah, and then just to see like the technology would work. Yeah, actually, yeah, dude, you might be onto something, Sleepies. Yeah, RB films. Yeah, I heard it was a holographic technology. Okay, that's actually not. That's actually, yeah, I can see that. Summer Tommy. One of my coaches got knee in the balls by one of the other instructor's daughters. Kind of funny. Oh no, it's not kind of funny. It is really funny. It is hilarious. I wish you got a video of that, man. Let's see. Nerd Files. Always miss notifications for streams. LML, my phone sucks. Oh yeah. Blame the phone. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's all good, man. Just saying, man. I just appreciate you coming in, brother. I just appreciate you coming in, man. Just showing love and support, dude. It's all good, man. I'm just messing with you, brother. Sleepies. Dubai also tested 2 moon holograms, and people called the police saying it was real. Oh, really? I didn't hear about that one. But I mean, Dubai, I'm sure they got all kinds of crazy stuff there. over there for sure. Dexter, stories about aliens and Bigfoot have been told around the world for thousands of years. Yep, that's right. Yeah, it's a tale as old as time. But oh shit, man, where are we at? Okay, man, 3 hours. Shit, you guys want to keep this going, or I kind of want to I want to chill a little bit. But yeah, I think man, 3 hours. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think 3 hours is good? Like, should I just consistently like a 3 hour stream? Every couple days. Like what I said. I think Tuesday, definitely Tuesday and Thursday. We're gonna shoot for definitely Tuesday and Thursday, and then Saturday and Sunday for sure. Saturday, Sunday, maybe we'll do a different time Saturday, Sunday. Maybe we just go just three, or just go 3:30 each time for all the days. But definitely for the weekday stream. So I'll do Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then maybe a Friday. Maybe Friday. So maybe 3. And we'll definitely shoot for 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But definitely for the Tuesday and Thursday, we'll do that. And then Saturday and Sunday. Maybe a little later. Because I don't know. Because sometimes Fridays, I do want to go on Fridays. And then, get all hungover. And then, just kind of sleep it off a little bit. So maybe we'll do I don't know. Maybe do a late night. Maybe do a night type of thing for a Saturday, Sunday. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. And you guys will be there with me, hopefully. But dude, thank you guys so much for coming in. You guys are awesome. Sleepy's go chill, dude. I will. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go just go chill. Do that. And then RLB Films. Highly recommend movie Mirage Men. Greatest UFO film, Mirage Men. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that. Eiffel Drifter. How do people cope with the situation after the wildfires? When the protests started, it seemed like the rest of the world lost track of that. So depends who you talk to. If you're talking about the celebrities and the rich people that live there, they're obviously no problem. They don't have any problems. The regular people that live there, they're definitely having problems for sure. They're probably gonna have to sell the land to developers for pennies on the dollar, and they're gonna have to probably move somewhere. And yeah, it's yeah. I mean, the regular people that lived out there, they're probably gone through a lot. Even still now, so I think the area is still closed off too. I think it's only for residents only, for people that live there and stuff like that. And obviously, there's people whose fire that the fire didn't affect their houses, so they got lucky. And I'm sure they're counting the blessings and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're one of the rich people that own property, doesn't really matter. You're just gonna rebuild. And then if you just one of the people that were just the regular people that lived out there, then yeah, you're probably having a hard time for sure. And then I don't even know if they're getting help from the city or the state or anything like that. I haven't heard anything, or maybe they were, but I haven't heard anything. And even if they are, I'm pretty sure they're not getting the any of the amount that properties are worth, anyways. So, kind of, my heart goes out to them for sure. But Mars Attacks, yeah, Mars Attacks is pretty funny. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Raphael, I'm tired, run out of topics, should have clips to go through. Yeah. Like I said, I'm all just kind of flying off the seat of my pants right now. So flying by the seat of my pants. So we're just winging it. But I don't know, so far I feel like this kind of works a little bit. But we're gonna try to make it a little special. We'll see. Give me some time. And then Able Drifter, you get that schedule for streams, but not schedule one. So I don't know, just schedule one. I kind of got a little bit bored with it, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll find some other game to play, maybe. But Sleepies, thank you for coming in. Good night. Raptor, hey, what's up, Raptor? Germany gave Trump his dad's Nazi birth papers. Holy shit. Hey, Raptor, what's going on, man? Dexter's Lure Lab. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, dude. I will. Yeah, we'll keep up the good vibes. We're gonna have all the good conversations and all like that. Doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're from. Come in. Talk with us. Maybe change my mind. Maybe I'll change your mind. We'll see. Let's see. RB Films, you have a great night too, sir. Thank you so much for coming in. Raphael. Oh, I can see. Yeah, Extreme from the bar. Hell yeah, dude. Maybe. That's not a bad idea. Maybe. We'll see. I'll give you guys a couple shout outs. I'm going to get to the chat. Anti-Tower, Raphael, RLB Films, Dexter's Lure Lab, Raptor, Sleepies, April Drifter, as always. Mod Lives Matter. Shout out to the mods. April Drifter, thank you so much. Let's see who we got here. At the Anti-Tower, I got you. Summer Tommy, shout out. Thank you for coming in. G, girl, shout out, girl. Thank you so much. Let's see, Nerd Files. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's see, Ron Bergeron. Let's fucking do it. Let's go, Ron. Let's see who else we got. Oh, and then let's see, Vixen. I think Vixen. Hell yeah, shout out with the super Let's see. Oh my goodness, come on. Let's see. I'm gonna go through. I want to make sure everyone gets some shout outs, but I get up and it's like I lose half the chats. Jeff up north, shout out. Shy Guy Tyler, Corn Boy. Oh no, well, I guess they weren't in here, but they got the membership. They're like, well, we'll give them some shout outs. Breedy, shout out so much. Thank you so much for the support. Holy shit, Breedy, you are so awesome. Thank you so much, Breedy. We'll give the shout outs to the people who got the membership. Shy Guy Tyler, Corn Boy, Boomin' Bob, Diller Finn, Chris McCarthy, Colin Bright, Just JK, Hawk, Cerberus, Raphael again with the gifted membership. Dexter Solar Lab again. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted. Holy shit. Yeah, with the 10. Thank you so much. Yeah, you get a second. And Jeff up north as always. Who else we got in here? And Breedy, you get another one too. North Mitten Brews. Shout out North Mitten Brews. Hell yeah, we had such a good chat. Chadwick Myers. Let's go. All right, let's see. And then we're gonna go through the super chats again. Granola Grin. Shout out. Fresh off the boat. Speaking no English, he fresh off the boat. Come to make a good life in Yo Pop 215 channel. Thank you so much, Granola Grin. Vixen with the membership, with the 1 membership. Thank you so much. Dexter's Little Lab, fresh off the boat as well. Oh, yeah, that's right, Jama Lama. Almost forgot about you, Jama Lama. Fresh off the boat. Let's go. Thank you so much. Breedy again. I can't shout out Breedy enough. She's been so nice, so kind. And all of you guys as well. You guys are so freaking awesome. Thank you guys so much. Let's see what we got. And then, yes, peace out, guys. No, Anti-Tower, you rock. You guys rock. I am just an asshole with a camera, with a microphone, too much time on my hands. But you guys are here with me, spending it with me, and I feel so blessed and honored. You guys could be anywhere else, but you guys are here with me tonight. Until next time, I will see you guys. You guys stay safe out there. Peace and love. You guys all have a good one. Later, guys.